bitches.
All right, here we go.
That's how it starts.
Okay. Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and this is going to be the final, believe it or not, movie preview of this year, the December movie preview.
Thank God. Thank God, finally. I waited forever.
That December is actually here. I can't believe that this year is already coming to an end. I mean, it just seems like every year just goes by quicker and quicker, but enough of my sentimentality. Let's just get into this movie preview because there is a lot of shit to talk about. I'm not going to lie. We have over 30 movies to talk about, which is insane, but there's a lot going on. This is probably going to be a very long video. If you guys don't appreciate that, yes, I'm sorry, Lizzie. I know you don't appreciate it, but if you guys don't appreciate that, then yeah, I will. The video has to be 3 hours. Like, I can't cut it down. I've heard people tell me I should end my videos, but I can't really cut it down any longer. But either way, let's just introduce our guest here. Starting off with the man, you know, he started off with me in these movie previews. It used to be the two of us, and now it's a whole group thing. He doesn't really like it, but he's here anyway, and that, of course, is the Random Eric.
Hello, everyone. Yes. I am back, even though I said I would not be returning. I'm sorry, Maddie. I know you're very mad about that. But, yeah. So, sorry. I don't really care about this movie. But I'm here anyway because there's some good movies coming out this month. And I want to talk about some movies. And yay.
I fucking knew he was coming back. The second he said he's leaving, I knew he was coming back. And then we have another man who did say he was coming back, and he is actually back. He's been here since September, and what a year it's been for him, none other than 22TigerDude.
Hey, what's up, guys? I can't believe this is going to be the last preview of 2016. But think about it. The next time you guys are going to see us, the next time we film, I'm going to assume is either like a few days before 2017 or like maybe a day after 2017. But yeah, happy to be here.
All right. And finally, we have the man who most times doesn't really give a shit or have a lot to say, but when he has a lot to say, definitely has a lot to say. But here he is, Adam Haskell.
Hi. By the way, I do give a shit.
He does very much give a shit.
Okay. Anyway, let's just jump right into this, guys. So like I said, we have a lot of movies to talk about. Now, the first movie we're talking about is coming out on December 2nd. That is this Friday. And it's a movie that I think we are all very much looking forward to. And that movie is none other than Jackie.
Yay. Pause, bitches.
Okay. So Jackie is a movie that I've been looking forward to for a while now, ever since I heard what it's all been about and also all the buzz that it's been getting. And from seeing the trailer, I'm definitely very interested in this movie. I think the idea of it is definitely very sad. I haven't really seen a film that's really tackled, you know, what happened after JFK's assassination. I mean, there have been movies about, you know, recounting events and things like that, but not
JFK by Oliver Stone.
But not really from the perspective of Jackie Kennedy. I think it's kind of cool the way this movie's going to do that. I like that Natalie Portman's doing something different with her voice. She seems like she's really getting in this role. She really seems like she's going to give an Oscar-worthy performance here. I heard it's like neck and neck between her and another performance that we're going to talk about a little later on. But I definitely really like what I've seen from her in this trailer. I think she definitely looks really good in this. The concept of it all, just the emotional tragedy. This looks like it's going to be a very sad movie, definitely, but also looks like it's going to be a very powerful film. So I'm definitely looking forward to Jackie. I'm hearing really good things about it, and definitely can't wait to check it out. But Eric?
Yeah, I mean, I am very, I've been someone who's always been interested in the life of JFK. And yeah, Kevin is right. We had never ever had a movie that is like this before that focuses on how Jackie Kennedy resolved after, her husband was assassinated, and it was such like a big cultural event. I've heard a lot of great things about this movie, and I'm very interested in seeing it. And I honestly might go check this out in theaters because of how interested I am. And I have not seen the trailer because I'm not a fan of trailers, but overall, I'm just very interested in seeing also how Natalie Portman is going to do in this film because I think that she is a fantastic actress. And that's all I got to say about Jackie. I'm hoping it's great.
All right, Tony.
All right. Yeah, I've been hearing some good things about it, good or great things about this film. And, Natalie Portman, I love Natalie Portman, so I'm definitely interested to see how she can bring Jackie Kennedy to life. I think this looks really interesting. Yeah, obviously, like what Eric said, we've had a JFK film before by Oliver Stone, but not really one that deals with Jackie Kennedy's point of view, like how she deals with the grief of, you know, her own husband. So I think just hearing that idea is very interesting to me. Cinematography-wise, it looks beautiful. It does look very well directed. It has this dimmer look with the cinematography that I think looks really interesting. And Natalie Portman, I have a feeling she'll give one of the most powerful performances of her career. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in Jackie.
All right, Adam.
Definitely looks interesting. The performances all look great. Like Tony said, the cinematography looks great. I'm definitely interested in this movie. And yeah, that's all I can really say. Really can't wait to check it out. So, yeah.
All right, so guys, Jackie does come out December 2nd. Definitely really looking forward to it. Probably I'm going to see it in theaters, but then we got a couple other movies coming out December 2nd, none of which look good. Most of the rest of the movies coming out suck on December 2nd, except for Jackie. But Eric is going to introduce the next one.
What's it called again?
Incarnate.
Okay, I need to look at the plot.
It's like a shitty
Because of my Facebook. Sorry, my Facebook Messenger is updating right now. Okay, oh, what the fuck is this? What the fuck? A scientist with the ability to enter the... Man, this sounds so original and so creative. Incarnate. So, I don't know which trailers, as I have said when I talked about Jackie, because I do feel like they ruin a movie and the experience of seeing a movie, and sometimes they show too much, blah, 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 I don't get into it. But from just reading the plot right now on IMDb, this movie sounds so original and so creative, and it's going to be so thrilling and so haunting and so disturbing. It's going to be an edge-of-your-seat, like, ride, and I cannot wait to not see this film because it sounds like the exact opposite. I mean, movie has gotten literally no traction either, so that's not a good sign. It just sounds very unoriginal to me, in my opinion. The only person that's involved in this that I've actually heard of before is Aaron Eckhart, and I do think he's a good actor. But you know, just looking at the photos right now, it just looks shitty. It looks like it should be like a straight-to-DVD type film. It's probably gonna make like nothing at the box office, and that's definitely not a good sign either. And yeah, I have literally the only I have like even the poster. I mean, fucking look at that shit. So top notch, so top notch, guys. I mean, gotta love it. It kind of also does sound a lot, kind of a bit like The Exorcist too. So that's kind of proving its unoriginalities. And yeah, before I ramble on, yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. Also, it's very PG-13. It's a horror movie, so that's also not a good sign. The only good PG-13 horror movie I've ever had is Insidious. So.
All right, well, Incarnate, I definitely will agree with you that it does look like the Exorcist ripoff. Like, it's something I heard about. Shut the fuck up, Adam.
Oh my god, Adam! Jesus Christ!
Okay. So, okay.
What the fuck?
Is it because I was moving around?
Oh, wait.
Yes.
Adam, I'm not kidding you. It sounded like a cat scratching the couch.
You didn't even know it would make that. It doesn't even make that much noise like in person.
It's so
what the
loud.
hell?
It's weird.
Anyway, I should probably tell me. Okay. So, Incarnate, I will definitely agree that it does very much look like an Exorcist ripoff. In fact, the second I heard the title, I'm like, that very much sounds like The Exorcist. And yeah, it does. But the thing that sucks is that this has been, I think, a really strong year for horror films. One of the better years we've had, definitely. Most of the horror films that have come out this year have been good, mostly good, if not great. There have been some ones that really have not been that great, but most of them have been
Blair Witch.
Really, yeah, most of them have been really, really good. That I've definitely really enjoyed. This definitely does not look like one of them. This movie looks like every possession film ever. It doesn't really look like anything original. The jokes, not the jokes, the scares look laughable. I say jokes because it doesn't look like anything serious. I was laughing at most of the possession. I really am not looking forward to this at all. very unfortunate way to be one of the last horror movies of this year, because I think it could have been really great if maybe they did something more with the concept. But unfortunately, this looks very generic. Aaron Eckhart is in way too many movies this year. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about Incarnate. But Tony?
Yeah. The plot's not that original, to be honest. I don't know if I'm dreading it like you guys are, but
I'm not dreading it. I just don't really care.
It just sounds good to me.
I think that's the best way to describe it. I just don't really care. Like, I'm not hating it, but I just don't really care, if that makes sense. I'll check it out because I like Aaron Eckhart. Like what you said, Kevin, he's been in nonstop movies. He's been in London Has Fallen. He's been in Sully. He just came out with Bleed for this Thanksgiving weekend, and wow, he already has another movie the week after his other film just released. So yeah, Aaron Eckhart, he's been in a lot of movies this year, and that's great because honestly, I think Aaron Eckhart is a very underrated actor, to be honest. I feel like he doesn't really get the recognition he deserves as an actor, so it's nice to see him in more movies this year. But I have to say, unfortunately, this doesn't really catch my attention. Hopefully it does surprise me because, like Kevin said, this has been one of the better years for horror movies. And, I always like to try to go into a film hoping it'll surprise me. Maybe Incarnate can be that film, but just for what I saw in the trailer, and I've seen it a couple of times in the theaters, yeah, I just don't really care. That's the best way to put it.
All right, Adam.
Looks hilarious. Can't wait.
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it
that's fucking beautiful.
It's probably gonna be one of those really like so bad it's good movies. But Incarnate, if you guys care, because I don't really think anyone has. Most people are probably like, "What the fuck is Incarnate?"
I've never even heard of it honestly till now.
It does come out December 2nd. I don't know why you'd be seeing it over Jackie, but it does come out then. And we have yet another shitty movie that also comes out on December 2nd. That who would better to introduce it than Tony, who introduces most of the shitty movies we talk about. And what movie is that, Tony?
That movie is Man Down.
This guy's a hacker.
Now, I have to say this, believe it or not, Kevin, I actually find this to be a blessing because I actually don't think Man Down looks shitty. I actually think this looks like a very interesting movie. I like what the trailer presented, to be honest. It looks like a very dramatic performance by Shia LaBeouf, which he's been doing a lot of as of late. And this honestly looks like another movie that can show his more dramatic range, to be honest. You also got Kate Mara, Gary Oldman, and the storyline is just very interesting to me, to be honest. I know it's not getting good reviews and all that. Obviously, I like to form my own opinion, so who knows? Maybe the movie could turn out shit when I see it, but as of right now, as far as the trailer goes, I think it does look interesting. I definitely do want to see it, especially for Shia LaBeouf.
All right, so the trailer for me was very, very messy. It was very much a clusterfuck of a trailer between the gun sounds and his reactions. To me, it seemed like it was trying to be like the Billy Lynn trailer, but it lacked all of the emotional stuff that the Billy Lynn trailer had and all the pathos and things like that. It was just too loud of a trailer. There was way too much going on. I can't really tell this about, and it looks really unoriginal to me. Like, I've definitely seen this concept before of someone being in the military and losing someone close to them. Shia LaBeouf doesn't look bad. I'm not going to say that, but I'm hearing this is not good. I'm hearing really bad things about this movie. And again, I'm not saying that, I'm going to agree with every single opinion. There have been many movies that people have said shit about and I've actually really liked. I
really like Dirty Grandpa.
Exactly. Most of the people on this here like completely fucking hate that movie, but I actually
it was terrible.
I don't know why. Maybe I was just in a good mood that day, but I enjoy Dirty Grandpa. If you guys don't know, I enjoy Dirty Grandpa. If you want to unsubscribe, I understand. But I enjoy Dirty Grandpa. Sorry, Jerome. I understand. But yeah, either way, this movie to me just looks really unoriginal. It looks very been there, done that. I don't think the acting looks terrible, but it just doesn't really look anything that great. It looks very Oscar baity to me, and I'm really not looking forward to this very much. So, Man Down, don't really have much to say, but Eric.
I think the concept sounds interesting, and I do love the cast and the people who basically are involved with this project. My thing is that it has a 0% last time I checked on Rotten Tomatoes, right, Kevin?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not a very good sign, obviously. So, yeah, I'm hoping that I like this movie. I'm gonna go in this movie with an open mind, like I try to do with every single movie, Kevin. And yeah, so that's really all I have to say about the movie. I'm optimistic, but I don't really know how I'm gonna feel about the movie. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
Eric is a wise man.
As for the trailer, I don't really know what I watched, honestly, but it looks interesting, I guess. I don't know. I like Shia LaBeouf. You know, I like the whole cast. It looks interesting, but at the same time, I don't really know what the trailer was.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. This movie, to me, I think it's trailer people like, what the fuck is Man Down? I haven't seen any promotion for this. In fact, if I didn't do this movie preview, I would have never heard of this movie. But Man Down does come out December 2nd, if you guys care. Now we're going to talk about what is potentially the best movie on this list that I know we're all really looking forward to, and Adam is going to introduce that movie.
Oh my god, I can't wait, guys.
Okay, the next movie I'm going to be introducing is The Batman Cookie Part 2.
I'm ready for this.
I'm fucking ready. Okay, I can't wait, bitches.
Disney, what the hell? God damn, why are you doing this movie, Disney? Jeez, the first movie was so shitty, and 20th Century Fox did the first movie for some freaking reason. Now Disney Pixar is doing this one. The first movie sucked. It was just about this stupid-ass character that had this obsession for shit. And as for this movie, I don't even know what this one's going to be about, honestly. But I think it's going to suck big time. I do not know why Disney Pixar decided to do this movie. I will say this. The animation looks very realistic, definitely. But this movie overall does look terrible. Fuck this movie. And Adam Haskell, why do you keep doing these movies?
I honestly, I will admit, it is definitely a dumb concept, but I had fun with the first Batman Cookie. I think it was ridiculous for what it was, but overall, I definitely enjoyed it. And yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to this one. It was only 41 seconds, but I don't know why it says Disney Pixar yet it's not an animated movie. I think it's very interesting to see them do something that's not an animated movie, but either way, definitely looking forward to this overall, Eric.
I mean, it's going to be the movie of the year. I mean, it looks so beautifully crafted. It looks so well acted. I can't fucking wait. I mean, I'm just laughing because of how ready I am, and how nervous to see how amazing this film really is. I can't wait, guys. I'm so nervous. I can't stop laughing. It's going to be fucking beautiful. I can't wait to see this masterpiece known as the Batman Cookie.
All right, Tony.
Okay, so here's my thing. The first Batman Cookie, I thought it was an okay movie. It had good characters.
See it, Tony.
I did, Adam. Shut up. It had good characters. It had beautiful cinematography, but it lacked substance, and it didn't have that emotional punch I wanted. And after seeing the teaser for the second movie, yeah, no offense to the director, but the movie looks like a piece of shit. I mean, the cinematography, what the fuck happened? The cinematography looks so shitty. It makes Bad Moms look like the Shawshank Redemption when it comes to cinematography. Like, dear Jesus. And the characters. What the fuck happened to the characters? Where's the charm in these fucking characters? I'm just so baffled that they're making a sequel. It looks so bad. It looks so unnecessary. Sure, there's a lot of passion going for it, but I'm sorry. It's one of my least anticipated movies for the rest of this year. Just fuck this movie.
Tony, guess what? You'll never believe this bullcrap. They're not even bringing back Batman Cookie's chipmunk wife into the sequel.
No!
Not even
She's like the best part.
She's my babe.
She's like the best part of the entire movie. But
Like what? Like what? What the hell, Adam Haskell?
yeah, really.
Damn it, Adam. Fuck you.
Adam Haskell is a fucking
yeah,
Fuck
this
them.
movie will be coming out on December 2nd. It really will be, but you guys can't tell, this is obviously a joke. It's still coming out, but Disney Pixar isn't really doing this movie, and I'm making this crappy movie. So yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you guys can't tell, this is not a real movie. Coming out on YouTube. If you guys the Batman Cookie.
Oh my god!
Amazing things you could watch. It really, like, the Batman Cookie 2 is going to be amazing. We put this here just for the hell of it, and yeah. So if you guys want to check out the Batman Cookie 2, I don't know why. It's going to be on YouTube on December 2nd on the Nerd by Day exclusively by this dude right here, Adam Haskell.
Oh shit!
The real next movie once we all contain ourselves.
I was holding up my laugh for 3 minutes. That's why I'm laughing so much.
We're supposed to like it.
Whew, okay.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about the actual movie I'm going to introduce. Adam?
Are you alive?
Yeah, introduce the other movie.
What is it?
The Eyes of My Mother. The Eyes of My Mother.
All right. The next movie is The Eyes of My Mother. This movie looks amazing. Like, it looks genuinely freaking terrifying. But that's the thing. I feel like some horror movies still can be scary, but a lot of them really don't scare me, honestly. But I think this one might have potential to actually freak me out. It looks amazing. I like how it's black and white. I think that's really cool. The performances look great. I can't wait for this one. I literally think it's going to be a scary movie. So yeah.
All right, so I definitely would agree with you on what you said, and what a great change of pace from Incarnate, which looks like every generic horror film we've seen, to, I think, a much more terrifying, just original idea. This movie in general very much reminds me of The Witch, which, as you guys know, The Witch is my favorite horror movie of this year. I think that movie was genuinely scary. It was unnerving. It was a great throwback to classic Shakespearean type plays. I just think everything about that movie was really great. And this movie looks like it's going to be possibly just as scary, if not scarier. I think the black and white contrast is really going to add a lot to the film. The story we're dealing with here is fucking terrifying. The trailer and just the trailer in general scared me. When your trailer scares you, you know the movie is going to be a lot scarier. They barely showed anything in the trailer. I'm definitely looking forward to this movie. I really am looking forward to seeing how this is really going to be. From what we've seen, this trailer really looks like something very scary. And I know this was at, I believe, Sundance, and I heard that it truly is something scary. So I'm definitely looking forward to The Eyes of My Mother. It really does look like something very unpredictable, and hopefully adds to the very long list of really great horror films this year. Hopefully Eyes of My Mother is definitely very high up there. So, Eric.
I remember when you watched the trailer, we were talking on Skype, and just the way you were describing it and just all the praise that you were saying that it got, I'm very interested in seeing this movie, and just the concept in general, something that's like really going to intrigue me, really going to creep me out, and I'm really looking forward to this movie, and that's really all I have to say about it. Just kind of looks very intense, and I can't wait for it.
All right, Tony, you good? You good, Tony?
Tony, what the fuck, boy?
I can't control myself. Okay.
I noticed.
Come on. Okay, one more time.
Kind of freaking me out, man.
Okay, Tony, stay calm. Stay calm. Okay, so The Eyes of My Mother. Whew, okay, sorry, guys. I can't contain myself. Okay, so The Eyes of My Mother, I will say, looks like a very interesting horror film. I was actually very impressed with this. I'm glad Kevin actually showed me this trailer because, man, does it look like a really, really creepy horror film. And the fact that they make it black and white, I think really makes it unique, because I like it when I like watching black and white movies, to be honest, and we don't really get enough of those black and white movies now these days. So whenever there is one that comes out, it feels really refreshing, because I do like to watch those kind of movies. So I do think the black and white does add to it, but it's also just the performances and the disturbing images that we're going to see in The Eyes of My Mother. It definitely has potential to be one of the better horror films to be out in a while. And, okay, still trying to control myself. And yeah, it does look very interesting. So, The Eyes of My Mother.
All right, so The Eyes of My Mother does come out on December 2nd. One of the only good movies coming out on that day. And then there's one other movie coming out on December 2nd that I really didn't know what it's going to be, but it's a movie that I'm actually really looking forward to talking about, and that is Pets. All right, so Pet, this is a movie that I had literally no idea what this was going to be. I put this on here because, well, one, because certain people want to talk about certain movies, but also because of the fact that I genuinely was interested in the concept, and this really looks like something thrilling, very, very, very thrilling, actually. I'm really looking forward to this movie overall, you know, with this obsessed guy who's so obsessed with this girl, he ends up keeping her in a carrier cage and starts treating her like a pet and everything. The way she's trying to break free, going crazier and crazier throughout the movie, really does look like something that's definitely is going to be very unnerving, very thrilling, and just in general, really, really freaky. Just this whole concept, stuff like this actually does happen, guys. Like, there are creepy people out there, like human trafficking and shit like that happens all the time. It's terrifying to think about, but that kind of stuff happens all the time. And just knowing that that can actually happen, I think is going to make this movie that much more scary and that much more unnerving. And I'm actually really looking forward to seeing the way this is pulled off. I was expecting a very mediocre film, and from the trailer, it looks like I'm actually going to get something really good. So I'm definitely looking forward to Pet overall. But Eric? Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, exactly what you said. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I had to go get myself tea from all the laughing.
Hello.
You're about to make some tea.
Hello.
All right, you're gonna pet.
What's it called?
Pet.
Pet? Okay, search this. Pet?
That's what you're doing.
Pet? What the fuck is pet? What the fuck? This sounds fucking amazing. What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck? That sounds like really good.
All right. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, Pet, just from the plot itself, it sounds like something I'm gonna like. It sounds kind of original and creative, and it also just sound disturbing, and it is getting some praise. And all around, very interested in seeing this film, and I also think I'm gonna check it out. That's all I'm really excited about Pet.
All right. I guess we'll have to wait for Tony.
Oh my god, the reason why I wasn't talking is because I was watching the trailer for Office Christmas Party.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I feel like we're gonna have very different opinions on that, definitely.
Oh my god, Kevin. Are you looking forward to it?
I think it looks fun.
Oh god.
Tony, go ahead, Pet.
Okay. So I did not know anything about this trailer until I watched the Real Rejects reaction. Shout out to Greg Alba. So yeah, I don't know what to say. Like I'll say it looks unique. Like, credit to them. It wasn't the Pet movie I thought it was. I thought this movie was gonna deal with like a dog. Well, I know the woman symbolizes a dog, but like, you know, like a regular pet. And nope, it's not like that at all. You know, cinematography looks good, direction looks good, and all of that. But just something about how they're executing this actually rather ballsy concept. I'm just not feeling it, to be honest. Maybe it could surprise me, but I'm not really feeling Pet.
All right, Adam.
I think I think this movie looks pretty good, honestly. It looks interesting, looks creepy as hell, and all that, you know? So, yeah, I'm looking forward to Pet, so that's all I can really say. It just looks interesting.
All right, almost as creepy as the guy in the trailer, but anyway, Pet does come out on December 2nd, along with The Eyes of My Mother, The Batman Cookie 2, Man Down, Incarnate, and Jackie. The Batman Cookie 2, I'm sure, is definitely the one that everyone's looking forward to checking out the most, but yeah, that is December 2nd. And now we go December 9th, where right off the bat, I think we're going to have very different opinions on this movie, and Eric is going to introduce it.
Office Christmas Party.
Woo!
That was a very
Kevin, you didn't do the pause. You always give
the
a
pause. I said pause.
You always give a shit for not doing. You always give a shit for not doing the pause. And you did the pause that time.
I did pause. I went pause, and then you went pause.
Okay. Well, I didn't hear it, so I'm very sorry. Okay.
I don't pay attention.
Shut up. Okay. So I actually watched the trailer for this movie because I read the plot. And I'm like, okay, I already know what this movie is gonna be, but I want to watch the trailer. Thank you. Okay, here we go. So, I read the plot for this movie, and you know me, I don't like watching trailers. So I'm like, you know what, I kind of feel like I need to watch a trailer for this movie, because I don't know how I feel about it. Then I looked at the poster, and I'm like, okay, I still don't know how to feel about it. And then I actually was like, you know what, I'm going to watch the trailer, because I still don't know how I feel about it. And I watched the trailer. And oh my god, this movie looks so fucking bad. Not a single joke made me laugh. I think the cast looks like they're phoning it in. It looks like they're not even really passionate about this. It looks like they're doing it for the paycheck. It looks like your regular, boring, generic, cliche comedy that is probably going to get deep because of the plot that I've read. There's going to be some, dark moments like in Dirty Grandpa, you know what I mean? And it looks like a movie I'm going to hate. I'm not going to remember it. It doesn't look memorable. Looks like it's nothing fun. And that's all I really have to say about this movie that I know Kevin is really looking forward to.
Actually, you're right. I am actually looking forward to this. Now, let me hear me out. I don't think this looks amazing. I don't think this looks like the best comedy or anything. I think this looks like a pretty simple, fun movie. Like, this looks like a movie that you go to, have a good time with a few friends, and that's really it. I think the cast overall looks like they're having a good time, definitely. We have actors here that work really well together in the past, like Jennifer Aniston, Jason Bateman. We know... I'm getting a Horrible Bosses feel. I don't know why, but I'm definitely getting a feel from the trailer. I think, some of it does look a little bit silly, but it looks like a movie that's just going to be a nice turn-your-brain-off type film that I think could be a lot of fun, definitely. But again, this comes from someone that liked Dirty Grandpa, so take it or leave it. And anyways, let's go to Tony.
Well, as someone that actually hated Dirty Grandpa, I'm actually looking forward to Office Christmas Party.
Thank you.
No, but I can totally understand why Eric isn't looking forward to it, though, because, as much fun as it does look, let's not deny it, it does look like your generic party movie that we've seen 100 times. The only difference is it takes place in Christmas inside the office. That's the only difference. But with that being said, I'm looking forward to Office Christmas Party. I've actually laughed enough. I'm not like gut-busting laughing at the trailers or anything, but I laughed enough to a point where I'm like, you know what? I want to see this movie. It looks like it could give me a good amount of laughs. It looks like that, like Jason Bateman. I'm a huge fan of him. I like Jennifer Aniston, Olivia Munn, T.J. Miller. It has a really good set of comedy actors in there. And I think there is potential for there to be while a cliched and generic film, also, just a very fun, simple film, an R-rated film to enjoy around the Christmas season. Hopefully it will be like that. Hopefully it's not one of those comedies I look forward to and it just disappoints me. I hope this could actually be just a good comedy. Not anything amazing or anything like that, but just give me a good comedy, because that's one thing. I just like to laugh. You know what I mean? I just want to laugh. That's all I ask.
All right, Adam.
Okay, this doesn't really look that good, honestly.
Thank you.
It's just I don't know. To really say here, it doesn't look funny. It just looks stupid. I could really care less if I see this. I don't even know. I don't even care if I watch this movie or not, to be honest with you.
That's understandable.
So yeah.
Alright, so Office Christmas Party does come out on December 9th. If you guys are looking forward to it, I don't know if you guys are looking forward to it, if you're like me, if you're like Eric, either way. But now, guys, we finally we get to talk about this movie. I've wanted to talk about this movie for so long now. This is by far a movie that is my most anticipated movie for the rest of the year, and Tony is going to introduce it because he insists he does. So let me grant him his wish and let him introduce it.
And that movie is...
La 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 la.
Oh my God! Just say Land.
La La Land.
Thank you.
What an introduction, right? Okay, so I want to apologize if my singing came off as very cringy, but I just can't. But you know what? I'm excited, so you know what? I don't care what you guys say. Judge me all you want, because that's how excited I am for this film. It just makes me want to get up and sing and dance. And you know what? I should just sing during this segment. No, I'm just joking. But anyways, I'm excited. I'm excited for La La Land. However, this is my most anticipated movie for the rest of the year. Honestly, if I would have known about La La Land before 2016 started, I probably would have put it as my number one anticipated movie just in 2016 in general, to be honest. But yeah, I love musicals. I know Kevin loves musicals too. The musical genre has
Mr. Broadway 456 or
musical genres have been the, you know, especially like with Disney musicals. I think growing up, Disney musicals have gotten me into musicals. Then when I was a teenager, that's when I started watching more of the live action musical films. And La La Land just looks like it's bringing back that movie magic. It's bringing back the magic for us people that actually do appreciate the musical genre. I think Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone, they look like they're going to be great here. This is their third time together. Crazy Stupid Love being their first. What's that forgettable gangster film? I forgot that film. Thank you. See, that's how forgettable it is. I only remember the title. But yeah, they had that going for it, and now we have this one. And you know, they have really good chemistry, so I'm pretty sure one of the best things about La La Land will be their chemistry and cinematography too. My goodness, the cinematography does look very gorgeous, and of course the musical numbers do look spectacular. It just looks magical, honestly. That's the best way to describe La La Land. I think Damien Chazelle is going to do a great job writing and directing La La Land. I am ready for this film. December just needs to hurry up already so I can just experience it. Yeah, La La Land.
Okay. Guys, I've been wanting to talk about this for so long. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This movie looks fucking incredible. I mean, I know it's a musical. I get excited for every musical, and most times they're not as good as I describe them. Off Into the Woods. But either way, this movie really does look like something great. And what I really do love about La La Land, that some of the other these musical movies have, that it is an original musical. And that happens so rare nowadays. I mean, yes, we get them on like Disney Channel and things like that. But when was the last time you went to a theatrical movie and there was an original musical? Not a musical that was based off a Broadway adaptation or a musical that was based off of previous songs. An actual legit musical that has original songs, that is not any previous works, and that actually has a really good cast. Like, when was the last time you really saw that? And I think La La Land is doing that really, really well. The way that Damien Chazelle is kind of revitalizing this genre, I really do love. If you actually look at his filmography, all the films that he's done, that he's directed at least, are in fact musical-related films. And I think the point of what he's trying to make here, showing why musicals are so important, because we really do need them. I think a lot of people don't really understand what musicals really do, why we really need them, you know, why they're so important and things like that. I mean, sometimes the best way to describe something is through songs. Songs can be something that can be very comforting, something that can just really help someone when they're down. This really looks like a really feel-good kind of movie. It has this incredible message that really does not look like it's forced down your throat at all. Yes, I've seen it before, but it looks like it's going to be something really original. Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone look absolutely incredible here. Emma Stone, I heard, is the front runner, if it's not for Natalie Portman, for Best Actress, so I can't wait to see how she is here. The songs look incredible. I don't know about you, but I'm constantly singing Someone in the Crowd in my head, constantly that song in the trailer. I can't help but sing it. This is one of those trailers that when it comes on the screen, I just light up. I love everything about this movie. I want to see it right now. Let me just say, if this is a movie where, yes, I want to see in theaters, but if this movie got leaked online at this very second, I would stop this live stream. I would completely just stop this live stream, and then I would watch this movie. That is how much I am looking forward to La La Land. That is why it's my most anticipated film, and I'm going to stop rambling on so other people can talk about it. But, yeah, I can't wait for it, and, yeah, so, Eric.
So, if you didn't know, Whiplash is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's my favorite film of 2014. And that year has some of my favorite movies of all time just in general. So that is really saying something, that it is at the top of my list of that year. So obviously right then and there, obviously I'm looking forward to this movie. And also because I think Damien Chazelle is a fantastic writer. He did a great job also writing 10 Cloverfield Lane this year, which I think he like co-wrote or something like that. And I mean, I'm a big fan of musicals too. And just like, from the trailers, I have seen the trailers for this movie, at least like 2 of them, and just the way it's shot and just the way it looks like it's going to be executed and all the hype this movie has, I cannot wait to see this movie. I'm hoping that it is great. I'm hoping that it just keeps me engaged all the time. I'm hoping that I have fun with it, and I'm just hoping that overall it is a fantastic movie in general. And I'm not expecting another Whiplash, because I feel like if I go in that expectations, I feel like I'm going to be disappointed. I'm just expecting something different and something that at least I'm going to have fun with. So I cannot wait to go see this movie. And I'm hoping La La Land is great. It is my most anticipated for this month. But it is definitely my most anticipated of the year and this month in general. And I cannot wait to see La La Land.
All right, Adam.
Okay. So the first 2 teasers for La La Land, I wasn't really sold on this movie. I just was like, yeah, it looks okay. Then that last freaking trailer came in. And I really liked that last trailer, that one, that Dreamers one. They played it before I saw Arrival and stuff, and seeing it on the big screen was absolutely beautiful, honestly. I really liked the music that was in there, and it was kind of epic too, to be honest with you. Like it was really kind of epic. I can say I'm looking forward to this movie now. After that last trailer. So WWE fan, I'm sorry. I guess you're officially all alone on this one. So yeah, sorry, man. But yeah.
I could just see his face while watching this preview.
He's like crying in a corner.
Yeah, true. We still love you, WWE fan.
We still love you, man.
Okay,
so yeah, looking forward to this movie. I'm planning to see it in theaters with Kevin. Actually, I don't know if that's gonna ever come true, but I'm planning. And you too, Eric, and you too.
Okay, thank you. I'm like, what?
And
He was all like, don't leave me out, bro.
Tony, if you want to drive out,
imagine that.
I'm good. I'm good.
Wouldn't that be cool if all 3 of us got together and went to go see La La Land, like did this like epic video?
That would actually be really cool.
I don't think that's gonna come true, but you know.
You never know.
It could.
Maybe you and me, you know.
La La Land, yeah. Excited.
All right, so La La Land does come out on December 9th, but let me just confirm that, yes, it does come out on December 9th in limited release, but it actually doesn't come out wide on December 16th. I don't know why, but it doesn't come out wide until December 16th. I don't like limited releases. I think it's annoying. I get why we need them, but I find it very annoying that it doesn't come out until December 16th. I kind of just want this movie right now, but either way, La La Land does come out then. Now we go from my most anticipated movie of the year to what looks like one of the worst movies of the year that gives me #horror vibes. And you guys know what happens when I hear that title. And Adam is going to introduce said movie.
What is it?
Friend request.
Oh no!
Oh god.
Okay.
Good luck, buddy.
That movie is Friend Request.
Oh my god, this sounds so bad.
This is just not a good day for Adam.
This movie. What is this? It looks terrible. First of all, one of the big complaints with this trailer is the Facebook. When they were online looking at Facebook, that is Facebook from like 2012, not 2016. That Facebook looked completely like 2012 Facebook. So that's pretty annoying. Not only that, but it just looks stupid. Like, it just looks dumb. It looks like just Unfriended. That's what it looks like. It looks like Unfriended. I mean, that's all I can say, man.
All right, well, this comes from someone that actually did like Unfriended. As you guys know, I actually really do like that movie. I think it was really well done. I think it could have been really cheesy, but this is essentially Unfriended and hashtag horror combined together. And Unfriend, you guys know I love. Hashtag horror.
He loves that movie.
Oh man, he thinks it's a masterpiece.
Yeah, not the biggest fan of that movie, to say the least. But as you guys know, either way, this movie looks like absolute garbage. I'm not looking forward to this at all. I think I will definitely agree with Adam. The Facebook was like 2011 Facebook. It was very weird the way that it was done. But the other thing about this movie is that it looks like it's one of those movies where like it just really comes out of nowhere. Like in Unfriended, it felt very natural. Like, okay, yeah, there's some hacker in the chat that's killing them. We don't really know what's going on there. It just felt very natural. Like, okay, I can totally understand why that would happen. This movie, everything about it looks so impractical. It looks like it's only there because, oh, we have to generate scares. You know, we have to have some sort of compelling plot going on. It's kind of like The Monster, where it's just kind of like shoehorned in there. The whole movie to me looks so dumb. It really sucks because I actually do like the lead actress in Fear the Walking Dead. I think she's actually a very talented actress. Not the biggest fan of her character, but I do like her as an actress, and it kind of sucks that she's in this movie. But either way, not looking forward to this at all. Like I said, I'm getting hashtag horror vibes from this, where things are like flashed on the screen every 5 seconds, and it gives you a seizure, even though I don't have seizures. But either way, not looking forward to this at all. Looks like absolute shit, and by far the worst movie on this list, without a doubt, besides the Batman cookie, obviously. No, this actually makes the Batman cookie look somewhat good, but yeah, definitely not looking forward to this at all. But Eric.
Okay, so I'm probably like the person who's like the most looking forward to this movie because I did not see the trailer. I've read the plot, I've seen the images, and that's really it. So, I mean, I think that, like, because she, like, unfriended someone mysterious, that, like, now, like, a demon's following her and, like, she's killing off her best friends to make her lonely.
That's unfriended. That's literally unfriended.
I mean, it's somewhat creative, but, I mean, this movie, not really, that's what Unfriended was about. And, I mean, I don't think, like, it's gonna be like the worst thing I've ever seen, but does it sound good? No. I mean, I'm probably gonna hate this movie, but I'm gonna watch it. And I really was one of those movies I'm able to laugh at because when I watch a bad movie and I find it funny, oh shit, man, I'm losing one of the best movies I've ever seen in my fucking life. So I'm hoping
you're not gonna watch hashtag horror. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm never watching that piece of shit, hopefully. And I'm just hoping that this is like the next. Oh wait, Kevin, this is the year anniversary of when you watch hashtag horror. I remember because I went Black Friday I went like shopping out some Black Friday stuff, and then I came home, and you were like, "Kaden, fuck me."
You done fucked it up, Eric.
You better cut that out, Kevin. Yeah, I remember.
Reminding me of that.
No problem, buddy. See, I'm just hoping that
a heart attack.
I know. You're welcome. I'm just hoping that it's one of those movies I'm able to laugh at. It doesn't sound good. No, it sounds somewhat creative, and, you know, that's really it. So, yay!
All right, Tony.
Guys, does it really look that bad?
It's literally, you got to see the trailer.
This movie,
Nothing.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this movie makes Unfriended look good, and that's saying something because I thought Unfriended was a huge, steaming pile of shit. My God, I couldn't stand Unfriended, and Friend Request looks even worse than Unfriended. Oh my God, the execution, the fact that Facebook doesn't even look like 2016 Facebook is definitely showing how much they even care. And then like what you even said, Kevin, how the trailer shows all of these weird flashes, that weird little style that tries to make it all scary and more suspenseful, but it's really more annoying. Oh man. And the actress, although I'm really only familiar with her from Into the Storm because she played the girlfriend in Into the Storm, and that's really the only movie I'm familiar with her with, even though I know she's in Fear the Walking Dead. But, I actually liked her in Into the Storm, so, hopefully she could be maybe the big redeeming quality of Friend Request. But honestly, besides that, oh my God, just wow. What else is there to say, honestly?
All right, so Friend Request, not looking forward to this at all, to say the least. This by far is one of my least anticipated films for the rest of the year, definitely. But if you guys are looking forward to it, which you can actually watch it right now, like literally pause this live stream because I'm sure that you want to watch it because you're tired of us talking about it and you just want to watch it. But either way, it does come out December 9th if you guys are looking forward to it. I don't know why. And by the way, guys, if you haven't seen #horror, you are completely fine. Honestly, watch any other movie. I swear, you're fine. You don't have to watch #horror. Really, you're good. You're good. Honestly, there's
#horror is currently on Netflix Instant. If you want to watch it right
bad
now.
Movies, Tony, that I say you guys should watch just to give it a chance. But if you haven't seen #horror, you're fine. Just go on with your day. Just can watch any other film. Just have a nice cup of coffee, warm by the fire, sing some Christmas carols, and watch something that's not #horror. Because trust me, you're good. Please, just don't watch it. I swear to God, don't watch it. But either way,
I will watch it eventually.
Well, that's because you're stupid, but either way, Friend Request does come out December 9th, if you guys are looking forward to it. And the next movie coming out is one of the few movies on this list that I really don't have a ton to say about, and that is Frank and Lola. Why do you want to watch #horror, Tony?
I give every movie a chance.
Oh my God, dude, you're going to fucking every minute of it.
Kevin.
What? Oh, shit. Okay. You should probably watch that, but let's get into this. So Frank and Lola, this is a movie that I really don't have a ton to say about, to be honest. I think the concept sounds very interesting of, examining this love and everything, what's going on here. I think that definitely is interesting. The trailer really didn't leave me thinking much, except Michael Shannon's been in a shit ton of movies this year. But other than that, I think this looks okay. I just don't really have a ton to say about it. We watched a lot of trailers, and this one didn't really stick out to me. I think it's going to be one of those movies that I'm going to have more to say about after I watch it. Just right now, I just don't really have much to say about it. But either way, when Eric decides to unfreeze himself, then he can talk about this movie.
Doesn't Ken Falk look like that kid from The Middle, guys?
Oh my God. First you tell me you want to watch #horror, and now you're doing the fucking brick references. I might just eject you, Tony. I honestly, I might just eject you.
Well, Kevin, that would make you look stupid.
You should be happy you're still here.
Says the guy that likes Dirty Grandpa. Just saying.
Oh, I saw that coming. I saw that coming. I don't know if he's coming back.
Maybe it's the internet.
No, he's watching a YouTube video. So I guess we're going to have to talk about the rest without him.
Should I just go ahead and talk about Frank and Lola, and then when he comes back, he could talk
Yeah,
about
go ahead.
Okay. Frank and Lola, I like Michael Shannon. He's proven to be a really great actor. And Imogen Poots, she's a really good actress. So Yeah, but when it comes to more of these sex kind of stories, they're not necessarily the kind of stories that grab me, to be honest. But I will say, as far as the concept goes, it looks kind of intriguing. I'm kind of curious about this film. But yeah, I'll agree with you, Kevin. There isn't really much about the trailer that really grabs you, that makes you want to watch the movie immediately, to be honest. I'm sure it'll be good for the performances and all that, but story-wise, I'm not really sure. Yeah, there's not a whole lot I could say about Frank Grillo. Just that looks, it looks whatever, to be honest.
All right. He said he lost his connection, by the way.
Okay, we could still wait for him. Adam could go ahead and just talk about the movie while we wait.
All right, Adam.
Oh, I watched the trailer with Kevin, and I literally don't really have any opinion on this trailer. It's really weird. I legitimately watched. I don't even know what to think.
I agree with you.
I don't not
makes
like
sense.
it. I don't like it. I just watch, and it's like, I
Yeah,
don't know what to say.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So basically, while we're waiting, I'll tell you the plot for the Batman Cookie 2.
Okay.
All right, so the Batman Cookie is really depressed after he figured out that his wife died in a fire.
Yes.
Ah, back!
Oh shit! Oh!
What the fuck was that?
Tony, please stop.
Tony, that was so fucking forced. It was funny. That was funny. I got it.
Was that
Oh, boy.
as forced as Dirty Grandpa, Eric?
No, I wouldn't say that. But you know.
Okay, then that's a compliment to me.
You want to talk about the movie?
Yes, I do want to talk about the movie.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so this movie, just by the plot, I think I'm gonna love this movie. I mean, it just sounds like a movie that is gonna explore a lot of like ideas that intrigue me. I like the cast, and just overall looks visually interesting to me. And I can't wait to go check out this movie. And that's all I have to say about it.
All right, so Frank and Lola does come out on December 9th. If you guys want to check it out, along with Friend Request and La La Land, also Office Christmas Party. And now we come to the film that probably is many people's most anticipated film of this month. It's not mine, but it definitely is very high up there, and Eric is going to introduce it. Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that movie. Okay. Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Okay. So, okay. I think this movie looks. Okay, let's. I'm gonna backtrack on. I don't know how to feel about this movie. I'm being really honest. I don't know how to feel about this because I see some marketing and I'm like, this looks good. Excuse me. Then I see some marketing and I'm like, this looks like shit. Like, this is gonna be like the movie that I go on like the most open-minded like in my entire life. Because I can really go either way. I like it or I don't like it. Just everything that's been surrounding this movie, like the reshoots, what's going on with that, and like the fact that tickets are finally going on sale like in like two days, which is very strange.
When did they start selling tickets?
I
was going to ask you very quick. Sorry to interrupt. When did they start selling tickets for Force Awakens?
In the beginning of October.
Yeah, it's like they dropped that trailer, then immediately they released in the same time that.
Yeah, and like
Wow.
just overall it just surround this movie, and now like it's not they're not really hyping it up as much as the first week. Because I understand that obviously because it's not gonna be as big of a movie, but so just the areas around this movie just I don't really know. I don't know how to feel about this movie. I'm just gonna go in very open minded. I'm gonna see it obviously like I'm looking forward to seeing it because it's Star Wars. But it also Darth Vader's in it, so I mean that's what I have to say. I'm only open-minded, so that's all I said for Rogue One: A Star Wars story.
All right, so Rogue One: A Star Wars story. Let me just say right off the bat that the reshoots surrounding the movie really don't really worry me that much. I mean, yes,
Kevin, you should be very worried about the reshoots. Very worried.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even okay. Who directs it again?
Gareth Edwards.
He didn't do any of the reshoots. They're not letting him in the editing booth for the movie. They didn't even let him do anything with the reshoots, Kevin. I think it's over like 60% of the movie that had to be reshot. Like, I'd be very worried. Personally, for me, I'm not saying it had to be worried, but I personally would be very worried.
All right.
I know the reason was because it was too dark, which I don't really like because I get a very, very different Star Wars movie. But I'd say just be kind of freaked out by it.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm really not worried that much about the reshoots. I know it is the thing that many people say plagued Suicide Squad and things like that, but I'm going in this movie very interested. I'm definitely excited in seeing what this is going to be like, and I'm not expecting The Force Awakens. I'm going to tell you guys that right off the bat. I don't think Eric is either. I don't think any of us really are. I'm expecting something very inherently different. I want to see a war movie. I heard this is going to be very much like a war film. I heard this is going to be a much different type of concept, and I believe this takes place before A New Hope, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. But I'm definitely looking forward to this overall. I think Felicity Jones looks amazing. I can't wait to see what she does here. She really looks like she's going to carry this film very well. Is it going to be on the same level as Force Awakens? I don't really think so. I think it's going to be a good movie. I don't know if it's going to be a great movie. If it is great, then that's fantastic. Of course, I'm looking forward to seeing James Earl Jones back as Darth Vader. I'm sure that he's going to be great in the movie. And I just feel like because it's Star Wars, they are going to put the care into it. I hope that it really is something great. And I hope that the reshoots don't really affect the movie, because I personally am thinking that people are looking too much into it. I'm not saying that you are, Eric. I just think some people are. But definitely, I'm looking forward to this overall. I think we've waited long enough. I think that after the success of The Force Awakens, they're really not going to let us down. And for the most part, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Am I excited as it was for Force Awakens? Obviously not, because it's something very different, but that's kind of why I should be even more excited. I think this is a film that you should go in very optimistic about. It's a movie that really is going to be something very different. I think people should go in knowing that it's not Star Wars, that this is just it is a Star Wars story, but it's not like a Star Wars movie. It's going to be a very different type of film. I don't exactly know what this is going to be, but I'm definitely interested. Hopefully, this is as compelling as a Star Wars spin-off film can be.
All right, so yes, I am indeed excited for Rogue One, despite the full trailers haven't exactly got me excited. The teaser trailer, yes, loved the teaser trailer, but the official trailers, not exactly. So for that reason, I can't say I was hyped up for as hyped up for this film as I was for The Force Awakens. With that being said, I'm still very excited for Rogue One. And yeah, the reshoots, yeah, that's pretty worrisome right there, to be honest. But I still want to go into this film as excited as I can be, just because, yes, it's Star Wars. It looks different. And obviously, I'm not expected to be The Force Awakens, which I did like. I don't think it's a great movie like everyone else, but I did like that movie a lot.
When are you going to review that movie, Tony?
What's that?
When are you going to review that movie?
And I will eventually get to review, but if you want to see the review, Kevin is on my Letterboxd. Okay, so anyways, yes, I'm not expecting it to be like Force Awakens, obviously, because you wouldn't want it to be the same thing. It has more of that war vibe. And I mean, with it being titled Star Wars, it makes sense. So that does really intrigue me. I think that it's going to be very exciting to see Darth Vader again. Mads Mikkelsen looks like he'll be a great antagonist. Really like Forrest Whitaker in the trailer. And Felicity Jones, I think she'll do a really good job. There's certain lines she delivers that aren't exactly the best, especially that I rebel line. That's just like not the best line delivery, but besides that, I think she'll do a very good job. So Rogue One, a Star Wars story, just like with The Force Awakens, I hope it can at least be a good movie. So I'm definitely pumped for it.
All right, Adam.
This movie, I think, does look really good, honestly. I'm really excited for it. I do think it looks very different than The Force Awakens, definitely. It's definitely not going to be like that at all. It looks like a completely different type of movie. The performances look great. The effects look gorgeous. I'm really excited for this one. I'll definitely check it out in IMAX or something like that. So, yeah.
All right, so Rogue One: A Star Wars Story. Definitely, we're looking forward to this movie. And I don't know why it comes out the same day as La La Land. Whoever did that, shame on you. But either way, Rogue One: A Star Wars Story does come out on December 16th. Next, we have a movie that I really think looks very cheesy, but the person who's going to introduce it probably is the most optimistic of the four of us, and Tony's going to introduce it.
All right, so the next film we're going to be talking about is Collateral Beauty.
What's
All
the
right.
next movie?
What?
What's the next movie?
Well, he just said it.
I wasn't listening.
Collateral Beauty.
Collateral Beauty.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so Collateral Beauty, I actually am very interested in. Well, one, of course, I love the cast. I love, Will Smith, Kate Winslet, Michael Pena, Edward Norton, Keira Knightley. The list goes on and on and on. And basically, I like this one. I like the concept because it's basically like A Christmas Carol, where you see the ghost of Christmas present, past, the future. The only difference is that they change it up. In this one, Will Smith is talking to love, time, and death. I believe those were the three ghosts that you see in the movie. So I think that's actually a very cool concept, a man dealing with grief, because no spoiler, it's revealed in the trailer, but he loses his daughter and all that. So to see this man having to go through this I think it could give the film a nice little emotional payoff. Hopefully that it's a film that I do find myself very invested in, because I am so intrigued of where they could take this kind of concept. So yeah, honestly, Collateral Beauty does have my interest, to be honest. I hope it's a good movie, and that's all I can really say about it.
All right, so for me, Collateral Beauty, I really do like the cast here. I think the concept's really good, but I really think this looks very cheesy. I think it looks like every Christmas Carol adaptation we've seen. I know they're trying to do something different here, but it just doesn't really seem like it's working that much. It seems very forced down your throat. It seems very much like, oh, we're trying to be like this. We're trying to, we're trying to do all these things, and it just doesn't really look like it's going to work that well. It looks fine. I'll say that. It looks fine. It just doesn't really look like something I'm going to like that much. It looks very cheesy, kind of Lifetimey, honestly. If it hadn't been for, I think, the really good cast, I think this movie could be really, really bad. I think the cast is going to make this thing really good, but if it hadn't been for the really good cast, I think we'd probably be thinking this is like a Lifetime movie, because it really, to me, looks like one just from the way that things are being handled. But that's what I have to say, Eric.
On the floor.
Sounds like a fucking hyena.
No, please unmute that. Please unmute that.
I can't.
You can't? All right, let's see.
He has to do that.
Oh, shoot, never mind.
What the fuck? I unmuted you. I muted you. You should probably unmute yourself. I didn't know Collateral Beauty was that funny.
Oh, fuck me. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Oh, that was fuck. That was such a Kevin. Kevin.
Yeah.
When you watch his reaction, just skip to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Funniest fucking thing I think he's ever done.
Okay, can we stop reviewing this and talk about Collateral Beauty?
Oh, I'm sorry. He talked about Kanye. It was fucking hilarious. Okay. Okay. So. Here we go. Okay. So Collateral Beauty. I know nothing about it. But I love the cast, and I'm hoping that it's a great film. So that's all I have to say about it.
All right, Adam.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this one, honestly. So, yeah.
Okay. So Collateral Beauty does come out December 16th, along with Rogue One, and we're going to go back to Adam because he's actually going to introduce the next movie.
What is it?
Fences.
All right, the next movie is Fences. This movie looks really great, honestly, based on the little trailer I watched. It does look really great. The performances look fantastic. The cinematography definitely looks nice. And it honestly looks pretty powerful, too. Like, I generally think it looks like a really, really great movie. I think it looks like it's going to be one of the best movies of the year. Denzel Washington looks great in it, so, yeah. He's also directing it, so that's cool. So, yeah.
All right, so Fences, this is a movie that I definitely have been really looking forward to. Even though I didn't know the concept of it, I just thought by the cast and the way the movie was promoted, I was definitely looking forward to. And the first trailer, right off the bat, very much impressed me. I'm really looking forward to seeing the way this movie is done. I know it is based off of a play, and you definitely do get that sense here. Like, a lot of it does feel like it was based off a play. But Denzel Washington looks incredible. Viola Davis was incredible. I don't really need to know anything about this movie. Just that monologue of him talking about how he doesn't need to like someone to tell them to do something. Just that entire thing I found so compelling. I was so into it. And something about it was so threatening. Like, you get the sense this is a man who means business, and he's a violent man. He does things that you don't want to mess with him. And I think this is going to be another great performance from Denzel Washington. He's been giving really good performances lately. This could be one of his best. I think this could possibly give him an Oscar. I don't know if it's going to, but I heard that he is definitely up for consideration for the front runner. But I think he's going to be really great here. I can't wait for this movie overall. I'm hearing great things about it. So that's really what I have to say about Fences. I don't know the concept exactly, but I definitely looking forward to it. But Eric.
Wait, what were we talking about?
Fences.
Oh, okay. Okay. I've heard a lot of praise for this movie. I like Denzel Washington. I think there's really good in dramas, and I have checked out this movie soon. I know nothing about it as usual, and that's the way I want it to be. And yeah, I'm hoping I really like this movie because of all the praise that it's getting. So yeah.
All right, Tony.
Yeah, what can I say? This looks like a very powerful film. This definitely screams Oscar, but I will say that it doesn't look Oscar baity. Like, it doesn't look like a film that's made to get Oscars. It actually does look like a film that's made because they're very passionate about the storytelling and where they're going to take the story. And, Denzel Washington, who plays, just a man that deals with, race issues, because it does take place in the 1950s. But, him trying to get through that every day, but also raising his family. I think it looks like a very nice concept. And, yeah, you definitely get the sense that's based off of a play, but not really in the bad way, to be honest. And just that one scene with the way Denzel Washington in the trailer is talking to his son while you're seeing all these clips of, some of the things that he's doing. It looks really great. And then once it leads up to that last scene where it's him and Viola Davis just talking to each other, and then, man, the way Viola Davis just delivered in that final scene before the trailer showed the title, whew, man, I had the chills. Like, wow. Like, you could tell Viola Davis was so into it.
Me too.
Yeah, and you could tell she was so into it that she didn't care that there was snot on her or anything. She just kind of let it loose. So, yeah, Fences I'm definitely really looking forward to.
All right, guys. So Fences does come out December 16th if you guys are looking forward to it. Probably is going to be the best movie of that week, if not La La Land. But I'm definitely looking forward to Fences overall. So now we're going to go to a really great Oscar-type film, to a movie that looks really bad but actually looks fun. And that movie is Soulless. Pause. I can't wait to talk about this movie. Okay, so Soulless, look. Anthony Hopkins, I love you. I think you are doing incredible things in Westworld. The character Dr. Robert Ford is so compelling right now. I know we're all thinking about that. But really, you go from Westworld to this just doesn't really make much sense to me. This movie looks like a sci-fi original Saturday night type film, which is kind of funny because we're actually filming this on a Saturday night, and we might be watching a movie after this that's like a sci-fi film. But this movie to me looks really silly. I'm really thinking this is just going to be one of those so bad it's good type films. I really don't have much to say about it, but just the line in the trailer of Holy Mother of God, I think kind of just set the tone of the way the trailer went, between the bullet scene and just the way the plot is done. Just everything about this looks really silly. I'm hearing it's just as silly as I think it is. So Soulless, I don't have much to say about it, but just in general looks like a really fun, ridiculous type of silly movie. So that's really all I have to say about Soulless. But Eric?
Wait, what are we talking about?
Soulless?
Oh, okay. Didn't watch the trailer. It sounds really generic, and I'm not interested.
All right, that was quick. But Tony?
Yeah, I don't think it looks like a terrible film, but there's no denying that there's a lot of cheesy, over-the-top stuff. Kevin and I watched the trailer, and we were just dying laughing at the Holy Mother of God line.
How many times did we play that bullet scene, Tony? How many times?
Oh, so many times, man. Like, that bullet scene, I say definitely was the highlight in the trailer. I mean, it looks so over the top. It looks so generic, but it looks kind of fun. I'm not going to lie. I think overall it's one of those one-time watch movies that isn't the greatest thing ever, nor the most memorable thing ever, but like it's enough to where it's so cheesy and over the top that it's able to get you through the running time. So that's all I have to say, and I'll definitely watch it, at least because it does have Anthony Hopkins and Colin Farrell, two actors I really, really like.
All right, Adam.
We watched the trailer for this, but honestly, I don't really remember the trailer. So yeah, I guess I'm not really talking about this.
Okay, so Soulless does come out December 16th if you guys are looking forward to it, along with some other movies. But Eric is going to talk about the next movie, which I know he has been looking forward to for so long now. They've changed the release date, I think, 3 times now, and finally he gets a chance to talk about it.
The Founder, right?
Yeah.
The Founder!
What the fuck?
I think I go hard.
Pause.
So The Founder is my most anticipated movies of the entire year. I just love the concept, you know? I mean, come on, the fucking founder of McDonald's. How is that not so interesting? And especially when Michael Keaton is playing this character. I love Michael Keaton. I think he's a fantastic actor. Overall, I think this movie is going to be fantastic. I cannot wait to see this fucking movie. And I'm hoping that it's as fun and engaging as the trailer made it to look. But I still watch trailers, so I watched the trailer for this. And yeah, I can't wait for this movie. And I'm hoping it's great.
All right, so The Founder, like we said, this is a film that got moved, I think, 3 times. I remember if you go to Tony's top 5 most anticipated films of the year, this was on there all 3 times. When we did the summer one, it was on there, and then when we did the fall one, it was also on there. So Eric put it on there both times. If you guys want to check that out, definitely. Shameless plug, but definitely check it out if you want to. This movie that I've definitely been looking forward to, though. I mean, definitely The Founder of McDonald's is not really something that's been done before. Of course, you know, McDonald's is a very popular food empire. Seeing how it became what it is today, I think is going to be a very interesting story to see. And Michael Keaton, I mean, talk about an actor who's just been knocking it out of the park lately between that film right there, Spotlight, and, of course, Birdman. This looks like another great performance from Michael Keaton. I can't wait to see what he's going to do as Ray Kroc. I've heard really great things about this movie so far. He looks like he's giving a really good performance. The movie also looks like it's actually going to be fun, which I like. I like that the movie's not ultra dark. It looks like actually a fun movie, but also looks like it is going to have its serious moments in there. And I'm definitely looking forward to it overall. So The Founder, very happy to see this movie finally coming out. It does come out January wide, but December 16th is when it comes out. Limited, I just want to say that. But yeah, that's all I say about The Founder. So Tony.
I'm glad this movie is finally coming out because it was supposed to come out in August originally, and I think it was supposed to release before August. You could correct me if I'm wrong there. But yeah, this movie,
like May or something like that is when it was originally supposed to come out.
Yeah. But yeah, this movie I think looks really, really great, to be honest. I love the style, I love the tone. It has that fun vibe. Like, it looks like a movie you could have fun with, but also be very, very captivated by the storytelling. Even if you can see, yes, where the storyline is going to go, because that does tend to happen with these kind of movies. You know where the storyline is going to go, but it's all a matter of how well executed it is, how engaged you are. And I think The Founder does look like one of those movies. Michael Keaton, as usual, he looks fantastic in this film. It looks very well directed, and it looks like it'll have a nice blend of drama, but also some nice humor in there to give the film some more light. And just the idea of the founder of McDonald's definitely really, really intrigues me. So you bet I'm really looking forward to The Founder.
All right, Adam.
This looks like a very interesting movie, honestly. The founder of McDonald's. It looks really interesting. I don't know if I'm like pumped out of my mind for it, like a lot of people may be, but I'm still excited for it. I do think it looks interesting. I think it is going to be a very interesting movie. The performances look great, and I don't know, it might have potential to be one of the best films of the year for me, at least. So yeah.
All right, Founder does come out December 16th. As I said, limited. It does come out wide, I think, January 13th. Don't quote me if I'm wrong on that. The trailer says it comes out in August. It doesn't come out in August, obviously. But The Founder does come out on December 16th. And now we have a film that could potentially be the first great video game film, and Tony is going to introduce it.
And that movie is Assassin's Creed.
The hell? What was that?
What? It's called adding personality, Kevin. You should try it sometime.
This is meditating.
Right? I don't even know what I did there, to be honest. But anyways, yes.
It's a martial arts movie, Tony. Like,
right? But yes, Assassin's Creed, it's a video game movie, and we know how that can go. But I think this could be a pretty good one, honestly. Good or great, for that matter. But I'm definitely very interested to where they take this film. I wouldn't say I'm pumped out of my mind like maybe certain people are, but I'm definitely very, very intrigued with Assassin's Creed. And I think the fact that they're releasing it around the Christmas time, that's definitely very interesting. I can't really comment on how it does to the video games because I haven't played the video games. I want to try to play one video game before I do see the movie, however. But I will say, as far as movie goes, the style, the visuals, the tone, all of that looks really good. Michael Fassbender and Marion Cotillard, they look really great in this film. And I think overall, it has potential to be a really fun video game movie. If it's not at least great, give us at least a movie that we could still at least get behind and still have a lot of fun with. Because that's all I want, especially from a video game movie. All I want to do is just have fun, and I really hope Assassin's Creed can be one of those rare video game movies I actually do have a lot of fun watching.
all right, so Assassin's Creed, I've actually been introduced in. Okay. So Assassin's Creed, I don't know what happened there, but Assassin's Creed, this is a movie that I've definitely been looking forward to for a while. I've always been interested in the game. I've heard about the game for a long time now. I've never actually played it because I'm not the biggest video game person. I am someone that ends up playing a video game, gets really addicted to it, and then ends up just getting bored and pussying out, for lack of a better word, because I get tired of a level that I can't finish and I just end it. I still haven't finished The Last of Us, guys. I will finish it at some point. I haven't finished it, though. That was the last video game I played. But this is a movie that I am actually very interested in. I mean, looking at the cast here, Michael Fassbender, Marion Cotillard. If anything, it's at least going to have really good performances. I mean, Michael Fassbender does not give a bad performance. I've never seen this dude give a bad performance. He gives a good performance in everything he's been in. And the concept here of the two worlds is actually really compelling. Like, it actually looks like they've made a good story here. And let's talk about the fact that, yes, it is a video game film, and they have a very bad track record, a horrible track record. I mean, hell, Chris Stuckman is doing 2 hilariosities in preparation for this movie just because of how bad video game movies are. Like, if that doesn't tell you the track record that video game movies have, then you don't know a lot about video game movies. But this movie in general, A lot of people thought that Angry Birds movie was going to be the first great video game movie. That wasn't it. Warcraft, people thought it was. Well, that wasn't it either. I think this is it. I think this is going to be the first great video game film. I think it's going to be a movie that's going to work as a movie. It's not going to feel like you're playing a video game. It actually is going to be a compelling story. I think the fact it's coming out in December, it shows how confident they are. And in my opinion, it really does not look like a video game movie. Like, it looks like a legit story. It looks like something that's going to have really good action, but also a very compelling story that I definitely looking forward to. And in general, I'm very much looking forward to Assassin's Creed. I've been looking forward to it for a while, and hopefully delivers in the way the trailer seems like it will be. So definitely looking forward to Assassin's Creed. But Eric?
Okay. I'm not looking forward to this movie. I've never played any of the games. I'm not a huge fan of the cast like Michael Fassbender, but that's really it. I don't think the visuals look that good. I like the more the practical stuff, which I know they're going for, but like the CGI is not impressing me. It doesn't look visually interesting to me, and I just don't have no interest. I probably will check it out though. And that's all I'd say about Assassin's Creed, unfortunately. I'm hoping it's good though, because fucking video game movies are fucking terrible. And Warcraft, I heard wasn't a good movie either, so
Boring as hell.
Yeah, hopefully this can break the trend. And if it does, I'll be very impressed, and I probably will like it. But I don't really know. I mean, I'm not looking forward to it. But I probably will check it out just for the hell of it. So yeah, that's what I'd say about Assassin's Creed.
All right, Adam.
This movie, honestly, in my opinion, looks really good. Hopefully this is a good video game movie because, you know, yeah. So I really am hoping this is good. Cinematography looks great. The performances look good, and it looks. I think this might be we might finally get a video game movie that's good. Honestly, so yeah, I did play a little bit of the games in the past. Like I never actually really played them. I just kind of fooled around in them more than anything. But they seem fun, so yeah.
All right, guys. So Assassin's Creed does come out December 21st. I mean, this does come out December 21st if you guys are looking forward to it. Hopefully it is the first great video game movie. But now we're getting into a movie that I am sick of seeing trailers for. I don't really want to talk about it for that much longer. And Adam is going to introduce it.
That movie is Passengers. Okay, honestly, this movie doesn't really look that good to me. It's a bummer because I love Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence, but it just looks, I don't know, it just looks kind of bland, honestly. It doesn't look that interesting. The effects, though, look nice, but it's just, I don't really I'm not really too excited for this movie, honestly.
All right, so Passengers, you guys can look back on on Tony's top 5 most anticipated films of the fall. This was my number 2. This was a movie that I was very much looking forward to. I thought this movie really looked like something great, and the trailers really have not impressed me that much, I have to say. And it's mainly because I'm seeing the trailer literally to every movie I see, and I'm very much sick of it. But something about this movie just does not seem like it's going to work. And I don't think it's because of the cast. I think Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence look like they have a really good chemistry. But if you guys remember last year, the script was leaked. It was leaked. Everyone knows pretty much everything that's going to happen in the movie. I mean, Movie Bug, fellow YouTuber, she actually made a video all about it. And I think because of that, this movie, to me, seemed like it went under significant rewrites. I mean, the version of Passengers that it sounded like we were going to get is not what this movie looks to be. This movie looks way too glossy, way too colorful, and just not at all what I thought this was going to be. I thought it was going to be a much more serious type apocalyptic type movie, and instead it looks like every other futuristic film that I've seen. There's nothing really standing out here. There's nothing really that I'm looking forward to that much, and unfortunately this really does not look that great, I have to say, and it really sucks because I was really, I was pumped for this movie. This was my number 2, right under La La Land. So you guys can imagine how pumped I was, and imagine my reaction when I actually saw the trailer in theaters and how let down I was by it. I mean, at first I thought it looked okay, but now I'm just sick of it. I'm really sick of it. I want to see this movie. I really do. I'm just hoping that it's not nearly as bad as the trailer makes it out to be, because it just looks really generic. It looks very been there, done that. And yeah, I get it, okay? I get it that you woke up for a reason. You don't have to keep shoving it down my throat every 5 seconds. I get it. It's okay. I like Chris Pratt. I like Jennifer Lawrence. But in general, this movie just looks like it's a shell of what it was originally going to be. But that's just how I feel.
Look, they did not need to make this movie go under significant rewrites. Why? Because the Hateful Eight happened, and it. Okay, just saying that right there. I think this movie looks fucking terrible. I think the only reason people care about this movie is because Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt are in it. I don't think they look that good. I think they look really bland. It looks uninspired, and it looks rushed to me. It looks like there's no passion to it, and I can totally tell this had so many rewrites. And like I said, they did not need to do so many rewrites because the Hateful Eight happened. I mean, I know under rewrites, but not like significant rewrites.
I just think was change the ending. Like, there was a different ending for the Hateful Eight, and then
exactly. Like
that's different though. Like that's a completely different scenario.
What do you mean?
Like changing the ending and changing almost the entire movie is a completely different story.
Exactly. They didn't need to change the entire movie, and I'm not looking forward to this movie, because, again, like I said, I think the only reason I'd even see this movie is because of the cast, and that's it. The rest of it just looks very generic, boring, bland, and uninspired. And, I think this movie is probably going to make $1 billion because, it's in 3D, the cast, it's a space movie, it comes out during Christmas time. I mean, it's probably going to make $1 billion, in my opinion. And, hopefully it deserves that $1 billion that I think it will earn. And, yeah, that's all I have to say about Passengers, unfortunately.
Okay, so I think this movie does look interesting. I wouldn't say I was as pumped as I was, because I would say before I watched the trailer, I was like really pumped just because I do really like Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence. But just the concept itself, I actually do really like the concept of this movie. But then watch the trailer, I'm all like, okay, I'm interested. I'm interested, but like what you said, there's just something a little bit iffy. And the more I do watch the trailers every time I go to the theater, I find myself less and less interested. I'm still interested enough in Passengers, but there is something a little bit iffy about it. And hearing about the rewrites can be worrisome. But there are some movies that have gone through rewrites and they've turned out good, and I hope Passengers can be one of those movies. I will still keep an open mind for this film. My interest is still there for this film, but definitely I'm not exactly like on the hype train like I was before I saw the trailer. So I could just hope for the best out of this movie, and that's really all I can say.
All right, so Passengers does come out on December 21st, if you guys are looking forward to it. Now we're getting into a film that I'm definitely looking forward to, and that was actually a movie that just had screenings today, and that movie is none other than Sing. Okay.
Yeah.
Sing is a film that I am definitely really looking forward to. I think the cast here really looks great. Like Taron Egerton, Matthew McConaughey, Scarlett Johansson really all look like they're going to give really good performances. Looks like a very fun film, but it also looks like a movie that actually is going to have a lot to say about singing and, why people sing and different stories about things like the pig story, for example. I think is going to be really interesting, how she wanted to be a singer and it didn't really work out for her, and now she's kind of washed up. I think that's very interesting. Or Taron Egerton's character, someone who can sing but doesn't really have the confidence and things like that. I just think this is going to be a really good movie. Like, yes, it's an animated film, but it looks like it's going to have a really good story with some really great characters. And in general, I'm definitely really looking forward to this. My only worry is that Illumination Entertainment making it a free screening kind of worries me. But in general, I definitely am looking forward to this overall. I think it's going to be a really good movie. It looks funny. It honestly does look really funny of what I've seen. And for the most part, I am interested. I like Illumination Entertainment for the most part. I really love the first two Despicable Me movies. I did not like Minions, as you guys know. But this movie really does look like something different from all three of those. And for the most part, I'm definitely intrigued in what Sing is going to be exactly. But yeah.
This movie looks amazing. I'm very excited for this movie. The overall concepts and the stories and just the characters just sounds so interesting to me. And I feel like it's never been explored in a kids movie like this before. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm very excited for this movie. I love the cast, and I didn't know what you said in this movie until I saw the the trailer actually when I saw Trolls, which that movie fucking sucks. And I was honestly kind of blown away because I think this movie looks really good, and this is definitely my most anticipated of the month. And I'm also probably going to go see it in theaters because of how good it looks to me.
All right, Tony.
I want to see.
Oh God!
Shut the fuck up, please.
You're fucking terrible.
Better than you, Kevin.
Oh,
Nah,
yeah.
just joking. I'm just joking. Kevin's actually a better singer than me in reality, but that's not the point. We're talking about
Watch my singing purpose video. Watch my me covering Beautiful City video, and then you can judge that.
Yes, but yes, we're talking about Sing. Sorry, one last time, but yes, I feel like December just is showing me some love because to look forward to La La Land and to look forward to an animated musical, and you guys know how I am when it comes to the animated genre, you know, to get 2 musicals in 1 month, it's like, what a Christmas present right there. Like, what a good time to be alive, honestly. I'm really, really excited for Sing. I can't wait. Illumination definitely has been hit or miss, as I like the original Despicable Me. I was not a fan of the Lorax. Hop, I consider to be a guilty pleasure, to be honest. Despicable Me 2, I'm sorry, was overrated. My goodness, that's one of the most overrated movies of the decade. Was not a fan of Despicable Me 2.
Thank you.
Minions was underwhelming as well. I like The Secret Life of Pets from earlier this year, and I hope Sing can be honestly as good as Secret Life of Pets, if not maybe even better than Secret Life of Pets. So I love the animation. I love the cast. Definitely interested in the pig storyline. You know, the pig voiced by Reese Witherspoon. And the voice cast just looks really great. I think everyone looks like they're going to have a lot of fun. And I'm just ready to just smile while watching this film. I'm ready to sing and dance. I can already see myself singing and dancing as soon as I walk out of the theater because it just looks like one of those movies. It just lifts up my spirit. Oh, man, I love you, December. I want to kiss you right now. Mwah, 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 mwah.
All right, Adam.
Okay, well, with this movie, it's actually interesting because there is parts of this trailer that I really like, and then there's other parts that just feel like a kid's movie, in my opinion. Honestly, like, there is parts that do look like this movie is going to be very, like, mature and stuff. But then you get these other parts of these animals shaking their butts with, oh my God, Betty, look at her butt. And it's just like, I feel like I've seen, oh, okay, Tony. I feel like I've seen this stuff a lot in other animated movies, just those butt jokes and humor like that. Just, I don't know. This looks like a mixed bag. It looks like on one hand it's gonna be like it looks like on one hand it's trying to be this like mature animated movie, on the other hand it looks like it's trying to be like it looks a little too kiddie. So I don't know. We'll see.
All right, so Sing, if you guys do want to check it out, it does come out December 21st. And now we have a movie that I know that 2 people here actually really do want to talk about because they actually live in the area of what happened in this movie, and Eric is going to introduce it.
And that is Patriots Day.
Pause.
Okay. So this movie is my second most anticipated movie of the month. It's my number 1. I live in Massachusetts. I live an hour away from Boston. When the Boston Marathon in 2013 happened, it was probably the scariest time of my entire life. I was terrified to go outside. I thought I was going to die. I'm being completely honest. And it was just an insane time to be living in the area. And I'm very interested in seeing how this movie is executed and how it's going to be portrayed. It's very long. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes. But I've been hearing amazing things about this movie. I'm very happy that Mark Wahlberg is in the movie since, he is from Boston. I think the cast is phenomenal. And I'm just hoping it's great. I'll go see this in theaters. I mean, probably I am. And if I really had to pick out of any movie to see this month in theater. Next month in theaters probably would be this movie. And I'm just hoping that it's good, and I'm hoping that it's impactful. I'm hoping that's emotional, and I'm just hoping it's not over dramatic. I'm hoping it's really realistic. Which I heard you about Horizon and like movies like Lone Survivor were. Yeah, so that's really all I have to say. Really captures the horror of this situation, because I think people really downplay what happens, because it was a terrorist attack. So I think people saying like, oh, it doesn't deserve its own movie, I think is bullshit, because I witnessed what happened after this, and it was fucking insane. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about Patriots Day.
All right, really powerful stuff, definitely very powerful. But Patriots Day in general, I am very much looking forward to this movie for many reasons. One, because of the fact that it's from the same director that did, Lone Survivor and Deepwater Horizon, who Mark Wahlberg was in both of those, and this is actually their third collaboration together. A lot of people are calling this a trilogy. I get why, but I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna make more movies after this. And this one to me looks like the strongest of the bunch, definitely. I mean, this movie looks extremely powerful. Looks like we got a really good story going on here, and I like that it's less of us seeing a bunch of people come together and more of everyday people and how each one of them faces a situation. Because yeah, this was a very weird type situation that happened to me. I remember coming home from school, hearing about it, and it's just crazy to think about. I mean, these runners that every single year participate in the Boston Marathon, all of a sudden this bomb just goes off. It is a horrifying situation to think about, and I think it's going to be portrayed really, really well here. I think the horror of the situation looks like it's going to be very well done, and just seeing everyone's reaction, things like that, I'm definitely really looking forward to this movie. It's probably going to be a hard movie to watch. I definitely will say that, especially for if you're someone like Eric who lives in the Massachusetts area. I'm definitely looking forward to this movie overall, though I think Mark Wahlberg looks like he could give possibly an Oscar-worthy performance. I'm hearing amazing things about so far, and hopefully it delivers in the way that Deepwater Horizon is. And I think if it does, I think this could be honestly even better than Deepwater Horizon. I have not seen Lone Survivor, but I think it probably is going to be on the same level as that. So I'm definitely looking forward to this movie, and by far is my most anticipated movies for the rest of this month, definitely.
Hello. Oh, do I go next?
Yeah, because Eric.
Yes.
Eric introduced.
Yeah, because I forgot Eric introduced this movie, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I went very deep.
Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, Patriots Day. Very interesting that Peter Berg just had Deepwater Horizon. Yeah, I have a poster behind me.
It's so strange that he already has another movie coming out, Mark Wahlberg, in under 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, honestly. But yeah, Patriots Day, it does look like yet another powerful film directed by Peter Berg. That's really great that he's taking these true events, but he portrays them with such care. He portrays them in a way where it's not going to, offend the audience. It's going to more give the audience a huge impact. And Patriots Day definitely looks like one of those films. I look forward to seeing how he'll portray, what happened at the Boston Marathon in 2013. Mark Wahlberg, J.K. Simmons, Michelle Monaghan, Melissa Benoist from Supergirl. Everyone that's in this film looks like they're going to give it their all. And yeah, I definitely can't wait. I loved Lone Survivor, and I really, really did enjoy. I really, really liked, in fact, Deepwater Horizon. I thought that was really great. So can't wait to see where he can take Patriots Day.
All right, and finally, another person who actually lives in the Massachusetts area, Adam.
All right.
Okay, well, I actually live more an hour away from it, but
you live above Massachusetts because you're in New Hampshire, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, this movie honestly looks. What happened was freaking heartbreaking, and this movie honestly looks like it's going to be a really heartbreaking movie. It's not going to be an easy movie to watch, I don't think, but it's definitely, I think, is going to be a great movie, and I do think Mark Wahlberg does have potential to get an Oscar nomination for this because he does look really good in this, and this movie definitely, I think, as well has potential to be one of the best films of the year, honestly. So, yeah.
All right, so Patriots Day does come out December 21st. If you guys are looking forward to it, I can understand if you're not. It's a very hard film to watch, definitely, but that does come out December 21st. Next, we have two movies that I don't really have a ton to say about, and Tony's going to introduce the first one.
And that movie is, I hope I'm not butchering this, Giulietta.
It is, yeah, they said Julietta in the trailer, but...
Okay. Okay, so... so, anyways...
Well,
I know, I'm a little too crazy. But yes, Giulietta, I have to agree with Kevin. There's not much I can really say. It looks well acted, but I'm not really that interested in, honestly, the overall storyline. Like, there isn't really anything in this trailer that makes me go, I want to see this movie immediately. Oh, I have to see this movie. Like, just... there isn't really anything about the film that grabs it, to be honest. Like I said, it looks well acted, cinematography looks good, direction looks good, and all that. But as far as storyline, though, as far as the storytelling goes, it just doesn't look that engaging to me.
all right, so Giulietta, this is a movie that I really can't say a ton about from the trailer. I think the story sounds really interesting, of her having this long-lost child and not knowing what's happened to her, and now like she's turned up somewhere or something like that. I think the story overall is interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing really where it's going to go. I don't exactly know where it's going to go, but I think definitely it's going to be an interesting film overall. I don't really have a ton to say about it, but that's really all I have to say about Giulietta. I think it's going to be a good film. I'm hearing it's up for Oscar consideration, so I think it's going to be one of those trailers where the trailer didn't show much, but I think the movie's going to be showing a lot more than we think, so I'm definitely looking forward to Giulietta overall, but that's really all I have to say about it.
I mean, I think the plot is interesting. It's been done a lot, so it really matters how it's executed. This is a foreign movie, right?
Yeah, it's a Spanish movie.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't really downplay it or anything like that, but it really matters how it's executed and if the acting's good. I mean, maybe I'll check it out if it does get Oscar nomination or some, like, awards consideration. So yeah, that's what I'd say about it, honestly. I mean, I'm not really interested, but I will be interested if it gets, like, some recognition.
All right, Adam.
I really don't have anything to say about this movie, so yeah.
All right, understandable. There's really not a ton that the trailers have. Either way, Giulietta come out December 21st if you guys want to check it out. Now we have another movie that, once again, we don't really have much to say about, but Adam is going to introduce it.
What is it?
The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Again, I really don't know what to say about this one. I mean, I watched the trailer and stuff, but it's like, I didn't really get much from it, honestly. It was just a short trailer, nothing really, yeah, I don't really know what to say about this one. But I'm hearing great things, so, yeah.
All right, so the Autopsy of Jane Doe from the trailer looks like a very generic type possession film, but I'm hearing good things about it, like Adam said. It has, like, I think an 83% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. It probably is going to lower a bit, but for right now, I'm hearing good things. I just don't really know what to really say about it because the trailer didn't really show me much, but that's probably a good thing because it means the movie's going to be probably really good if the trailer didn't show me a ton. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but either way, Autopsy of Jane Doe, don't have much to say about it. Looking forward to it, just don't really have a ton to say about it.
I mean, the poster's fucking beautiful, so that's saying something right there. The poster's terrible. But for me, am I the person who thinks this sounds somewhat like Seven by David Fincher?
Yeah, kind of.
Like they find, like, someone who's, like, dead, and they have to kind of figure out why, and they don't really know, like, they had to find out secrets.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it just kind of sounds that way to me. Which kind of means it's kind of an original, but again, it's called The Autopsy, so they'll probably find it easily. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any interest in this movie, honestly. I mean, hopefully it's okay, you know, a fun movie to watch at midnight, you know, but, yeah, that's all I gotta say.
I don't know what to really say. It's just, I mean, I guess there's a couple of kind of freaky images, but that's about it. It just looks really generic. There isn't really anything about it that screams terrifying to me, to be honest. I mean, the performances, they're there. They're fine. They do what they need to do to tell the story, but there's not really much I can really say about this film, to be honest. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
All right, so Autopsy of Jane Doe. Really not a ton to say about it, but it does come out December 21st. Now we get into a movie that I do actually have a lot to say about. That for a while we didn't have a trailer for. Now we finally do, and that, of course, is Silence. I'm ready. Okay. So Silence, this is a movie, like I said, that for a while we didn't have a trailer for, and it was supposed to come out last year, if I remember. I believe someone actually died in it, and that's why they had to.
I think like a lighting crew member died.
Yeah, something like that, died or something.
Oh, wow.
They had to,
like the set fell on them.
Yeah, they had to postpone it, and it's taken Martin Scorsese, I believe, 7 years to write this and actually come up with this, which is incredible. But this movie in general, I very much am looking forward to. I think this really does look like something different. But as you guys know, Martin Scorsese is my favorite director, and for a good reason. I mean, his films have been some of the greatest of all time. Goodfellas, Taxi Driver, The Departed, need I go on? You know, dozens of movies that he's done. Wolf of Wall Street, I know you're not a fan of that movie, Tony, but either way, I think this movie really looks great. Andrew Garfield honestly might give another Oscar-worthy performance here. He might end up going home with 2 Oscars. I don't really know how that's really going to work out, but he really does look great here. Liam Neeson looks great. Adam Driver, the cast here really does look incredible. And what I really do like about this movie is that it really is a very personal film for Martin Scorsese. If you guys don't know, Martin Scorsese, originally, before he became movie director, he wanted to be a preacher. He was someone who was a very religious person. He always wanted to pursue religion. So this movie really has been a long time coming from him, and you can definitely tell that it's going to pay off. I really do think this movie looks like something great. I'm hearing that, yes, it was shortened a little bit, but I heard that the reason they did that is because he didn't want the movie to drag on that long, so he did shorten it, and I'm definitely looking forward to Silence. I really think it looks like something great. It looks different, definitely, but I definitely get that Martin Scorsese vibe from the trailer. Really just look like a very passionate film. Like I said, it's been a long time coming, so hopefully in the end it does pay off, which I'm sure it will, so I'm definitely looking forward to Silence.
This is my most anticipated film of the month, for obvious reasons. I don't know anything about this movie. All I know it's directed by Martin Scorsese and the cast. I don't know. This has been his passion project for I think a really long time now. Like Kevin said, I think he just started developing it for I think he started developing it 7 years ago. But I think it's been he just wanted to make it for 28 years, right?
Mm-hmm. No, something like that.
Something like that. And I mean, just that alone, and so I'm really looking forward to this movie. I don't know nothing about it, like I said, or about the plot. I mean, I probably will see the trailer though when I probably go see Patriots Day, because this is a Paramount movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably see it then. But I mean, just from the images I've seen and just everything about it, that's the hype to this movie, and the fact that the trailer just came out now, I can just I mean, I'm really looking forward to this movie. That's all I can say basically, because it just everything that's been leading up to this film just has been getting me hyped, and everyone involved in this movie has been getting me hyped, and I'm hoping it's a great film. And yeah, so that's all I really have to say, and I can just tell that Martin Scorsese really wanted to take his time with this film and really wanted to put a lot of detail in this film, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward to the movie before I start rambling on.
This is not a Harry Potter movie.
What the fuck, Tony?
This is not a Harry Potter
And
movie.
the Academy Award goes to Andrew Garfield from Hacksaw Ridge and Silence. Sorry, I just had to do that.
Just imagine it. Just imagine if somehow he's nominated for both and it's a tie.
Right?
Oh, dude,
man,
that would be historic.
That would literally set Oscar history right there.
Uh-huh.
But Silence, first of all, thank goodness that the trailer finally released, especially before this movie preview, because if it weren't for that, I don't know if my anticipation with Silence would have been as high, but definitely after seeing the trailer, oh yeah, oh yes, this movie looks so good. I'm really hyped for Silence now. I really do think Martin Scorsese is a great director, and I love Andrew Garfield, who was really great in Hacksaw Ridge. So it's really interesting to already see yet another film where Andrew Garfield could give another powerhouse performance. And of course, Adam Driver and Liam Neeson, they all look fantastic. Cinematography is some of the best cinematography I've probably ever seen based on the trailer. And just the overall story and where they can take this very interesting story, it definitely has me very intrigued. And I can honestly see why it is 2.5 hours long. I know originally it was supposed to be 3 hours, but it got cut down to 2.5 hours now. But, seeing the running time, I could actually see why it is that long, because like what Eric said, Martin Scorsese wants to put a lot of details into it. And I wasn't even aware until I believe Eric told me that this was a 28-year-old project, which I found interesting. This is something that he's been passionate about for so many years. So for him to actually make it come to life, I think that's great, honestly. It just shows how much passion Martin Scorsese has for his films. So yeah, definitely, I'm glad this movie actually is going to finally come out. I'm glad the trailer and the poster actually finally came out. And I definitely am hyped to go see Silence.
All right, Adam.
Okay, so Andrew Garfield, I don't know which one you're gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be for Hacksaw Ridge or Silence or both. We'll have to see. But yeah, really, I'm looking forward to this because Andrew Garfield, he was great in Hacksaw Ridge, and I'm pretty sure he'll be great in this too, based on the trailer that we watched earlier. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I don't have a crazy ton to say about it like you guys do, other than I think it will be a great movie though. So yeah.
All right, guys. So Silent does come out December 23rd. If you guys are looking forward to it, which I'm sure many of us are. I've been looking forward to this movie for a long time, definitely. And now we get to a movie that is another January release, but does have a limited release. It's a movie that I'm definitely really looking forward to, and I think Eric is also really looking forward to it.
Monster Calls. A Monster Calls is a film that I'm hoping is great. I know it's getting some mixed reception. It does sound kind of cliche, but it does. It does kind of remind me like a bit of like the Iron Giant kind of a bit, and this kid's life is kind of sad, but in case like this creature to kind of give him a bit of a light. It just really matters how this movie is executed, which hopefully execution is great. I like the cast. And it's a pretty short movie too. It does look kind of Oscar baity though. When it was pushed, to December 23rd, right, for a limited release.
Yep.
So I know it comes out January 10th, but yeah, that's really what I have to say about A Monster Calls. I'm hoping it's great.
All right, so Monster Calls is a movie that I definitely am really looking forward to. I think this movie looks really, really great, I have to say. I mean, the idea of this boy wishing of this monster to help him take down these bullies and things like that and take down all these bad things in his life, I think looks really, really great. Liam Neeson, I believe, plays a monster, and he really looks fantastic in this movie. 2 movies with Liam Neeson coming out in the same week. How often does that happen? But I think he really does look great here. I'm definitely looking forward to this movie overall. The trailer just looks like something magical, really looks like something I'm really going to love. I've heard some people say this movie is great. I've heard some people say this movie is just okay. I really think this looks great. I'm hoping that I heard the kid gives an amazing performance, and in general, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this is overall. Does look Oscar baity, I will say, but it looks like one of those Oscar films that that definitely could be really, really great. So I'm definitely looking forward to Monster Calls overall.
Yeah, Monster Calls I've been interested in since last year when they released that teaser trailer. I know it was supposed to originally come out in October, but now it got pushed like they have been with some of these movies lately. But yeah, ever since that teaser trailer that came out, I think around November or December, I'm like, you know what? This looks very interesting. I haven't really seen the full trailers, though. It's just that teaser trailer that released last year that I've seen. But based on a few of the images I've seen in the film, and the cast in the film, it definitely does have me interested in it. And honestly, I didn't even know it was going to be on the run for the Oscars, but I guess it is. So yeah, there's not too much I could say because, like I said, I haven't really kept up with like the new trailers, but I do think it looks very interesting. I do like the overall storyline. This little boy being friends with a tree to get over, to get through his own mother's illness, for what I'm reading on IMDb. So yeah, Monster Calls. I think it looks like interesting, honestly, and it does look like one of those movies that could deliver some emotion along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, this movie looks freaking phenomenal. If I would have seen the trailer before we did our most anticipated fall/winter, this would honestly probably be my number one. I'm not even joking. This movie looks amazing. The performances look great. Honestly, it looks deep as hell, honestly. Like, I think it looks really powerful. I'm not going to lie. And the freaking effects in this movie, the visuals, and based on that trailer, were just outstanding. Like, I couldn't even believe like what I was looking at. They were that great looking. And Liam Neeson, it's hard to even like. I couldn't even really tell that much that was Liam Neeson. Honestly, I don't know if you guys felt that way.
Yeah.
Like he actually doesn't even really like. He kind of does, but at the same time, it's like not too recognizable.
Definitely a different role for him. Yeah.
But yeah, this movie looks fantastic. I cannot wait for this one. So yeah.
All right, guys. So A Monster Calls does come out December 23rd, limited. Then it comes out, I believe, January 10th, wide. If you guys want to check it out. Next, we have a movie that Tony's going to introduce, but I really don't have a ton to say about it. I don't know if Tony does, but he is going to introduce it.
And that movie is I, Daniel Blake.
What the fuck is this movie?
Look it up.
It's a foreign film.
Wait, what's it
All
called?
right,
I, Daniel Blake?
British movie, actually.
Yeah, it's a British movie. There you go.
Oh, I, Daniel Blake. Okay.
I, Daniel Blake.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I, Daniel Blake, I actually do think looks like a very interesting film. It's about this middle-aged carpenter, who requires some kind of state welfare after he gets into like some kind of injury and all that. Don't know really too much, but I do think that the movie has potential to be very moving and very engaging, and I like what I saw. I liked what I really saw from the trailer, so there's not like too much I could really say about this film, but I could definitely say that it does look really interesting. I would definitely like to see it sometime.
All right, so I, Daniel Blake, this is a movie that I really don't have a ton to say about, I have to say. I think the trailer looked really good, but just the plot in general, it does not seem like a movie that's really going to interest me. I don't really know much about welfare. I'm not someone that's good at that kind of stuff, so I couldn't tell you really what's going to happen there. I think the acting looks really good. I just don't really have a ton to say about it, but either way, it probably is going to be up for Oscars at like Best Foreign Film or something, but I, Daniel Blake, I think looks good. I just don't have a ton to say about it, but yeah.
I have no expectations for this movie. I mean, it sounds interesting. I mean, it might be boring, it might be good. I have no expectations for this movie, but I'm hoping it's great.
Adam, anything?
No, not really.
I didn't think so. All right, I, Daniel Blake, does come out December 23rd. I don't know why I had all these movies on here, but December 23rd, if you guys do want to check it out. But now we're getting into a movie that actually, I am actually looking forward to, that Adam is going to introduce.
What is that movie?
The Bad Kids.
The Bad Kids.
Pause.
All I can say is this looks like a really interesting documentary about, I guess, kids that were, like, abused. Is that what it is? Based on what it
It's
looks
more like
in the
kids who
trailer.
don't really care about school and things like that.
Yeah, it looks really interesting, honestly. It's all I can say. Like, it's definitely one I'll check out. Either the end of this year, maybe early 2017 or something. And
No,
yeah,
Mhm.
so yeah.
All right, so The Bad Kids. I'm not one to really love documentaries, but I am trying to watch a few of the really good ones. And this one looks like one that I actually will watch. I actually am interested in the story of kids who basically rebelled out of school because they didn't really find a purpose in being there and didn't really want to do anything. I think overall is a very interesting story, getting into these kids' heads. Like, it really seems like these are kids that are good, but they just, in general, they flunked out of school and they don't really care about their education that much. And it's sad because there are a lot of people who do drop out of school. In fact, there are people in my school who only sometimes come to school. It happens in it happens in most schools, actually. There are a lot of kids that just, they flunk out of school, or they just don't really care about school because they don't really have any motivation. And that seems like that's what this movie's really going to be about. It looks like something that could really be a very compelling documentary. So in general, I'm definitely looking forward to The Bad Kids. I could definitely see this being up for Best Documentary at the Oscars. It really does look like a contender for that, and I'm definitely looking forward to it overall. So that's really all I have to say about The Bad Kids.
What's this movie about?
Look up the plot.
Now tell me.
Have you been listening to us at all?
No.
Why are we whispering?
Okay, The Bad Kids.
So how's life?
Let's go to Tony first, and then we'll go to you.
No, wait, like, what do they do to improve their lives?
What?
What do they do to improve their lives?
Like going to school?
Oh, okay. This movie sounds really interesting, actually, and I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully you can get some award buzz if it is good. And that's all I say at The Bad Kids.
All right, Tony.
Yeah, The Bad Kids looks like a really good documentary. Like it's a group of teachers wanting to help improve the lives of their own students that don't necessarily have the best lives. And I think seeing something like that in a documentary does sound something very compelling, and it also sounds very powerful because, it's like there are a lot of kids out there, whether they're young, whether they're teenagers right now. There are a lot of kids out there that, unfortunately, that don't have the best lives out there. And like what you said, Kevin, sometimes it could lead them to drop out of school or just give up because basically they're done with life. Like, there's just no hope for them in life or anything, which is the sad reality, but that does tend to happen a lot. And that's good that they're making something about this, because I would like to actually watch something like this. And I'm like you, Kevin, I don't really watch a lot of documentaries, but
Yeah.
I say definitely this is one of those documentaries I actually would really, really love to check out.
All right, so The Bad Kids, if you guys are interested, does come out December 23rd. I'd say check it out. It actually looks like a really interesting movie that I probably am going to check out. Now we're getting into a movie that I definitely am really looking forward to, probably one of the most anticipated movies of the rest of the month, and that is Live by Night. Okay, so Live by Night, this is a movie that I definitely have been really looking forward to just by
I'm introducing this bitch.
No, you're not, because Adam just introduced the last one.
Wait, you said I was introducing Live by Night.
I forgot to put Adam's name on The Bad Kids. I put my name by mistake.
Oh, come on, Kevin. I was so excited to introduce this movie. Fuck you.
No, that wouldn't make any sense, Tony.
Sometimes, my friend, you gotta break the rules.
That wouldn't make any sense, Tony. I'm supposed to...
Tony's only saying that because he knows I might get mad, which I'm not actually, Tony, and I'm not actually that type of teenager, so you can go.
Okay, anyway.
That's not what I assumed at all, but I love you too.
Anyway.
I'm fucking with you.
Anyway, Live by Night. This is a movie that I've definitely been looking forward to for a while now. I remember it was supposed to come out in January, and it is coming out in January. Why? But it's coming out December 24th, limited release, which I don't know why if they do this. It just pisses me off that this happens with a bunch of December releases. I get why there's like a shit ton of movies coming out, but it's very annoying.
It really is, honestly.
Yeah, very much so. But this is a movie that I'm definitely really looking forward to. I think this really looks like something great. I mean, Ben Affleck, Elle Fanning, just the cast here in general, really looks fantastic. Ben Affleck especially. And I like his character here. This looks like someone who really isn't sure if they know what it's like to be a gangster. It looks like the movie's really going to get into all that. Definitely getting some Scorsese vibes from the trailer. And as we know, Ben Affleck can direct really, really well. Argo was a really great movie. And the other movies he's directed, I've heard have been really great as well. So I'm definitely really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be something really great. That's really all I have to say about Live by Night. Definitely really looking forward to it.
I think this movie looks great. I'm very excited for it. I love some gangster movies, and plus it's directed by Ben Affleck. I mean, that right there is just something that has me hooked. I hope this movie is great, and I'm very excited for this movie.
All right, Tony.
Yeah, this movie does look really, really interesting to me. Really nice to see Ben Affleck write and direct a film again, because his last one was Argo, so this would be like his first film written and directed by him in 5 years. So nice to have you back up, Mr. Affleck. And of course, it stars him. It has Zoe Saldana, Ella Fanning. You just have an all-around great cast in this film. And yeah, I love me some gangster movies. It's really cool to see that Ben Affleck is interested in directing gangster films. So I look forward to seeing his little portrayal of it. And I could agree, you get a little bit of that Martin Scorsese vibe going for it. It just looks very well written, looks very well directed. Cinematography looks great, as expected in the Ben Affleck film. So yeah, Live by Night, very interested in it.
You guys might be shocked. I really don't have anything to say about this one, honestly. So yeah.
I mean, rarely Adam has anything to say, so it doesn't really surprise me that much. But either way, Live by Night does come out December 25th, limited, if you guys are looking forward to it. It's probably going to be one of those movies that I think gets a screener. I just could see it being one of those movies. They're, like, towards the end of the year, shit ton of screeners come online. I think it's probably going to be one of those movies that I end up seeing online, and I review to you guys that way. But Live by Night, definitely looking forward to it. I really think this looks like something great. Now we have a movie that I think all of us are going to be very divided on. This is very much a dirty grandpa type of film, and that movie is that Tony is going to introduce.
I'm introducing it.
Oh yeah, Eric is going.
Oh my God, Kevin, fuck.
Okay, let me redo that. Okay, so now we have a movie that I think we're all going to be very divided on, and that's a movie that Eric is going to introduce.
Why him? And I'm just wondering why this movie is even real. I know nothing about this movie. I'm being completely honest. But I remember actually knowing what this movie was about, and I forgot what it was about. So that's telling you right here that I know just in this fucking movie. I mean, I don't like the cat. Wait, I don't know. I like Bryan Cranston. What the fuck am I talking about? Okay, what's this movie about?
James Franco, Bryan Cranston, Zoe Deutsch, like.
Oh, Rip, what's this movie about then?
It's about Zoe Deutsch, basically.
Okay, here we go. Dad over the holidays. Okay, it just sounds terrible. I like the cast. I don't like the plot. I'm not a fan of comedies. It sounds generic to me. I'm not looking forward to it. I don't know why.
I knew it. I knew that you were not looking forward to it.
I'm just wondering why this? Why this? Why is this real?
All right, so why?
I'm just tired of generic comedies. Come on, make an original comedy. Make a Swiss Army Man. Come on, make another Swiss Army Man.
All right, so why him? This to me looks fun. I think this movie looks fun overall, definitely. I mean, does it look great? No, but I think overall it looks fun. Bryan Cranston, James Franco look like they're actually having fun in their roles. Like James Franco especially looks like he's going to be really great here. I actually look like he's going to give a really good performance. Is he going to say a lot of probably inappropriate stuff? Yeah, but this looks like one of those movies that, again, I know I like Dirty Grandpa, but like Dirty Grandpa, just comparing it to that, that is a movie that has a lot of very offensive stuff, but in my opinion, it's funny. That what this movie looks like. Looks like it's going to say a lot of offensive things that actually are funny. Bryan Cranston looks really good here. Zoe Deutsch looks really good. She's been giving some really good performances lately. And in general, I'm definitely really looking forward to this movie. I think it looks like a lot of fun. Nothing amazing, but just like a fun time at the movies overall. This is something that I've seen a million times before, but it looks like it is going to be fun. And I'm sure that the performances are going to be enough to probably carry this movie.
All right. So, yeah, why him? I actually do think, just like Kevin, I actually do think looks like a very funny movie. I think it looks like it could be a lot of fun, personally. And I mean, when you have Bryan Cranston and James Franco into the mix, like, how can I not be interested in this film? Bryan Cranston, it's really nice to see him in a comedy role because, of course, he's known best at doing comedy with Malcolm in the Middle. But most of his movies involve him just doing dramatic roles. And while I love seeing that, don't get me wrong, I would love to see Bryan Cranston do more comedies because he's proven in Malcolm in the Middle that he can nail comedy. Like, he was the funniest thing about Malcolm in the Middle. So to see him in a comedy role honestly has me very excited. I can't wait to see him, and I can't wait to see James Franco. James Franco looks like he's going to hit out of the park with yet another comedic performance. I could tell that he might be the show stealer in this entire film. Even Keegan-Michael Key is in this film too, so that has me very happy. And I do like Zoe Deutsch. The movie she's in, yeah, not exactly the best, but as far as her, I actually do like Zoe Deutsch, believe it or not. And just the concept of, yeah, it is typical. It's not anything new, but it's Zoe Deutsch being with James Franco. Bryan Cranston doesn't approve. Blah 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 blah. I just hope this is a comedy that I'll like, something that could just make me laugh. Honestly, just a nice, simple comedy. Like when it comes to comedies, I just like good story, good characters, nice comedy that could just make me laugh and have me smiling. So I definitely hope Why Him is one of those movies, especially for a movie that is coming around Christmas Day.
All right, Adam.
This just looks like the daddy's home of this year. That's all I'm saying.
It's a lot more raunchier and a lot more rated R.
Yeah, but it just looks like one of those movies where it's a talented cast and it's just really lazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely understand that. But why him? I think this looks like a fun movie. I think Tony agrees with me, but the rest of us don't. I'm looking forward to this overall, but it does come out December 25th. I don't know why this is coming out December 25th and all these other movies are limited. That kind of pisses me off. But either way, it does come out December 25th. I am looking forward to it overall. And now we have a movie that I don't really know this is going to be, but I know Tony's looking forward to at least. And luckily, he's the one's introducing it.
The movie that I'm going to be introducing is Hidden Figures.
Fuck off.
Okay, so Hidden Figures, I actually am interested in this film. It's about a group of these African-American women giving some kind of mathematical information to NASA so they could launch their first successful space mission, something like that. That's for what I gathered from the trailer. And this might be shocking to those watching, but the same writer and director of this film is actually the same writer and director of a little movie called St. Vincent. That director and writer's name is Theodore Melfi, and I really like St. Vincent. I thought that was just a really great Bill Murray and Melissa McCarthy film. I'm a huge fan of that film. I'm not expecting this to be St. Vincent. I'm not expecting it to be at that level. I'm expecting it to be far different. And based on the trailer, yeah, it does not feel like a Theodore Melfi kind of film we got from St. Vincent. It looks like a completely different film from that. And I think that is very refreshing. I think the concept's interesting. You got Kevin Costner here, Taraji P. Henson, Octavia Spencer, and the other one, Janelle Monáe, even Kirsten Dunst and Jim Parsons from The Big Bang Theory is in this film. So, yeah, I really love the cast. Storyline's intriguing to me. So, yeah, I'm interested in Hidden Figures.
All right, so Hidden Figures, I like the cast in this movie. Very happy to see Taraji P. Henson play a role. It's not Cookie Lion because I really do love that character, but there's only so much I can take of her, and I'm glad to see she is branching out and doing other stuff. But in general, just something about this movie feels very, very off to me. The humor's not really landing with me. I think it looks like a kind of generic film, and looks like a film that's really trying to get a lot of Oscars. I mean, I really like Taraji P. Henson. I really like Octavia Spencer. Just the movie in general really does not intrigue me that much. I think the concept's interesting, but the trailers just don't really hook me in. It looks kind of silly, so I don't really have a ton to say about it. I probably is going to be a better movie when I watch it, but just right now it's not really hooking me in. But that's really all I have to say.
I'm really looking forward to this movie because it's by the director and writer of St. Vincent, which I love that movie so much. Something about this movie I'm not looking forward to. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the marketing. Just something about it. I'm just not looking forward to it. Unfortunately, it looks very Oscar baity. I like the story. I definitely think it's interesting. I'm not sexist or anything, but it just, I don't know. There's something about this movie. It doesn't intrigue me personally.
All right, Adam.
I just gotta check this out because I forgot what movie this was. Yeah, I know we watched the trailer. I forgot what the trailer was about.
I mean, we watched 31 trailers, so I don't blame you.
How many more movies do we have?
3.
Oh, thank the fucking Lord. Oh, this is so boring. Fuck me.
Okay, it's Hidden Figures, okay. Yeah, now it's coming back to me, yeah. This movie looks interesting, so yeah, that's all I can really say. It looks interesting, I guess. And, I don't know. It'll probably be good. We can only hope. So, yeah.
All right, so Hidden Figures, if you guys are looking forward to it, it does come out December 25th. It comes out wide sometime in January. I don't really know when, but it does come out then. So now we're going to get into another movie that Adam is going to introduce that I definitely am looking forward to.
What is it?
20th Century Women.
20th Century Women.
Pause.
Yeah, this movie. Well, okay, again, I don't really remember the trailers, but yeah, just based on the title and the pictures I'm looking at, it definitely does look like it's gonna be an interesting movie. So yeah, I'm hearing great things. It'll probably be good. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
Century Women. This is a movie that I definitely am really looking forward to. I really like the cast. I think the concepts are interesting. 1979. I think that time period, you definitely feel like you're in 1979 in this movie. I think Elle Fanning's going to be a really good performance. I heard she's already up for Oscar consideration, which this has been a really good year for Elle Fanning. Like, just think about all the stuff she's done. This has been a really good year for between this, The Neon Demon, Live by Night. I mean, she really is killing it when it comes to films, and I heard this one's really great. Obviously, I love A24. I'm hoping this is a Swiss Army Man and not the Monster. I'm hoping this is a really good film from them. I'm hearing really good things about it, so definitely looking forward to this overall.
What the fuck was that smile I just did?
I have no idea. You're like,
wait, oh, you saw that? What the fuck was that?
I honestly don't know.
What the fuck? That was weird. I think this movie sounds really interesting to me. I haven't seen the trailer, so maybe will come across a bit Oscar baity, like the movie itself. But I mean, it sounds interesting to me, and I really like the concept. And yeah. So let's say about 20th Century Women. It's an A24 film.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it is.
Now you can talk, Tony.
Okay. I just like to be polite, but yes, 20th Century Women, yeah, it looks a little bit Oscar baity, but it looks interesting at the same time. Really like Ella Fanning. She's definitely, I think ever since Super 8, she's really been showing how great she can be as an actress, and this film just shows that why Ella Fanning is starting to become one of the best young actresses working today. Like, she just she's just one of those actresses that seems to challenge herself with every film she makes. And yeah, she looks like she'll be great. And Benny looks great. Everyone else just looks really great in my opinion. And the storyline of like three women that kind of explore like love, freedom, something like that. Mm-hmm. And set in the late 1970s. I think that's a very interesting concept, and I think the writer and director Mike Mills, it looks like it has potential to be a good movie with his writing and direction. So yeah, I'm interested in 20th Century Women.
All right, so 20th Century Women does come out on December 25th, if you guys are looking forward to it. Now we have a movie that I'm going to be honest, I don't really remember. We're talking about it, but I don't really remember it. But it does come out December 25th, and that movie is Tony Erdmann. Okay, so I remember watching this trailer. I remember the concept of this movie. I just don't really remember how this movie looks overall. From what I saw, I think this looks really good. I'm hearing really good things about it. I'm hearing Oscar buzz and things like that. I think the plot sounds very interesting. Just in general, I don't really remember the trailer, so I don't have a ton to say. But either way, looking forward to it. I don't really know because I don't really remember the trailer. But again,
what's the movie called?
Tony Erdmann.
Tony what?
Erdmann.
So Tony. Hi, Tony.
Hello.
Okay, what's it about?
Okay. A reluctant woman must spend time with her estranged father when he comes for a surprise visit.
This, in my opinion, sounds very cliche and something that I've seen in some movies before, like your regular kind of like family drama. But if it's executed well, then I think this could be a great movie.
All right. Speaking of Tony. Tony.
Not really much I could say about this film. I mean, it's there. Father tries to reconnect with his daughter. That's all I have to say, to be honest.
It's also very long. Let me just point out it's 162 minutes.
I know. I'm on IMDb. 2 hours and 42 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow. Eric's reaction.
I don't have a single thing to say about this movie. But yeah. I don't even really remember the trailer. I mean, I even looked at some pictures and didn't even really come back on that much.
I have to watch this movie now.
That's almost as long as The Dark Knight Rises.
Dude, if this movie's that long, it has to be something special.
I mean, I'm hearing really good things about it, so.
Yeah, I want to check it out, actually.
I mean, it has a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. It was featured in Watch Mojo's top 10 most Oscar baity type, most Oscar buzz type films. But either way, I just don't really have a ton to say about it. I don't remember the trailer. Anyway, Tony Erdmann does come out December 25th. And now, finally, guys, I know you guys are tired. I know you want.
Oh, finally! Thank the fucking Lord.
We've made it to the last movie. Let's just applaud. We've made it to the last movie.
God, what's the fucking call again?
Thank God we made it to the last
Patterson.
movie. And Eric is going to introduce it. That is not your job, Tony. That is Eric's job. Please don't steal it.
Patterson.
Oh, I've heard a lot about this movie.
Would you like to introduce it?
Patterson.
Pause. Introduced 5 times, Tony, anyway, but.
So this movie, by the basic plot, it doesn't really tell me anything, which I like. But I've heard a lot of buzz for this movie, a lot of buzz. I've seen posts on a lot of websites, just in general. I mean, I like the cast. I mean, I'm very interested in seeing this movie. So I'm hoping it's good. I've heard a lot of things about this movie, so I'm hoping it's great.
All right, so Patterson, this is a movie that I went into knowing nothing about, except that it's in Patterson, New Jersey, which I live fairly close to. In fact, there's a kid in my school who's from William Patterson High School and ended up transferring to my school because I heard William Patterson High School is a really corrupted place. But either way, Patterson, this movie in general, looks really great. I think Adam Driver, I really think his character looks very interesting. He's, this bus driver and he writes poems and everything. I think that looks very interesting. Looks like he could give an Oscar-worthy type of performance. I'm hearing the movie's also really funny as well as being very dramatic, and I think that's going to coincide very well. Definitely looking forward to this overall. Hopefully gets Paterson, New Jersey on really well. I haven't been to Paterson, New Jersey. It's known as one of the bad areas in my town, things like that. But Paterson, definitely looking forward to it. I just don't really have a ton to say, but yeah.
State.
Hello, Tony.
Oh, I thought Eric was talking.
He already went.
Oh, okay. Okay, so anyways. Sorry, Eric. Okay. All right.
The random Eric has left the building.
Oh boy, awkward. Okay, anyways.
Well, thank you for joining us, Eric. Very much appreciate it. So you guys can check out the random Eric on his YouTube channel and things like that. But yeah, Tony.
All right, so Paterson, I'm not going to lie. I was actually quite surprised by this trailer. I was blown away by this trailer. I actually couldn't believe how much I love the trailer for Paterson. Adam Driver looks like he's going to be great here. The movie is a drama comedy, and definitely from the trailer, it definitely does look like one of those movies that's going to be both very dramatic but also very funny, to balance the tone. And, I like it when movies can do that. So yeah, I like the storyline. It's about Adam Driver, who was both a bus driver and a poet, and we just see, his own life, what life is like for him, I guess you could say. Like, it's a very simple story, but it looks like one of those simple stories that's very well written and looks like something that could be very, very engaging. And then not just that, but the cinematography looks absolutely stunning, and the direction, the writing just looks brilliant. So I actually can't wait for Paterson.
All right, Adam.
You guys are not going to believe us. Never said this before, but I really have nothing to say about this movie.
Oh, man.
The only one you had stuff to say about was Monster Calls. Like, that's the only one you actually were like, guys, I can't wait for this movie. All the other ones, like, I don't know what to say. It looks okay. I don't know. This is Adam in a nutshell.
I don't really find much to say in like a 2-minute trailer.
I get you. It's fine. I'm just fucking with you. Anyways, guys, we've made it. We've made it to the end. I know that was a lot to go through. That was 31 movies that we talked about. But we have, in fact, made it to the end. Definitely looking forward to all those movies that we talked about in December, especially the Batman cookie, too. I think we're all very much looking forward to that one.
Oh, so fucking ready!
I think it's going to be amazing. But before I end this video, let me just say thank you to all my guests. First off, the random Eric.
You're actually grateful for once that people actually care about your content. Oh man, that means a lot to me. You're welcome, buddy. I really enjoy being a part of these. Like, cheers to hopefully a great next year film. Definitely next year, I'm definitely gonna be a lot more involved in film, and I cannot wait to start off the year fresh. Hopefully I can start off, just 2017, 2016, I started that year off fucking fantastic. And then Caroline happened. And, yeah, so I get up.
He watches this video.
Yep. And, hopefully next year is great. I think Kevin for having me on every single one of these movie previews. I'll kind of, not December kind of, but, thank you, Kevin. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
All right, Tony.
Kevin, you're a snarky son of a bitch. Yeah, I respect you. So thank you once again for having me on, as snarky and sarcastic as you are, and a little bit of the insults you threw in this movie preview, but you know what? It was still all fun at the end of the day. And just want to say thank you very much, Kevin, for bringing me on since September. It's been honestly an honor to become, I guess I'm a regular at this point. So yeah, thank you for honestly having me as a regular. It's just really cool. And, if life lets me, I look forward to seeing where 2017 can carry us with these movie previews.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then Adam.
Oh, yeah, Tiger Power.
Tiger Power, yes. Any final thoughts, Adam? I guess not.
Silent.
I am the
Silence us,
Batman
Mark.
cookie.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Here he is.
I can't wait for your movie.
I want you all to see my new movie, The Batman Cookie 2,
I can't wait.
coming out on December 2nd.
It's gonna be amazing.
What the fuck is
Definitely look forward to that.
What the fuck is
It's gonna be
20?
amazing. Most of the movie, basically, we're just gonna write my chipmunk wife out in just like one line, basically, and we're never gonna
Hey,
mention
here he
her
comes.
again.
Swear to me! Swear to me!
Oh my god!
All we need now is Brian, and it's complete.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true.
Is this
It'll be
the
hard
same
Batman
exact
punches.
mask? Do you have the
Anyways,
same
guys.
exact mask? It looks like it.
Might be. Actually, yeah, it actually is. I think. Look at the detail on the forehead.
Down here?
It's just silent.
I guess that's it, guys.
Yeah. All right,
Thanks for
anyways, guys.
watching this year of movie previews. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, Maddie, that I'm an annoying little bitch. Yay!
Anyways, guys. Honestly, thank
Man, I love throwing shade. It's the best thing ever.
Thank you for sticking with me throughout all these movie previews. I know that we've had a lot of changes throughout the year. Definitely, that's for sure. We've had a lot of different forms of movie preview. We've had different guests coming on, but thank you guys who have stuck with me. I know these are very long videos to watch and everything, but
Yeah.
they're definitely a lot of fun to make. I, for one, will say I definitely have a lot of fun making these. Not really a lot of fun editing them, but I do have fun watching these videos overall. But let me know, and making these videos, of course, but let me know what you guys thought of all the movies coming out in December. What movies are you looking forward to? And if you guys have any feedback on if you want me to improve the movie reviews or anything like that, we'd just love to hear your thoughts. And that's it for us for this year, guys. It's pretty crazy, but first, as far as
Yay!
go, we're done for 2016. 2016, it's not over, but for movie previews, it definitely is, which is pretty crazy. And so we will see you guys on January in the new year. We'll be talking about a lot of amazing movies for sure, because January is filled with just amazing movie after amazing movie. It's the month of Oscar movies, definitely. So definitely look forward to that. And that's it.
Oh, and happy holidays to everyone.
Yeah, hope you guys have a great Christmas, things like that. I know this video wasn't very Christmassy. We were going to do some gag with a Santa. It didn't really work out. But that's it for this video.
I have my Santa upstairs.
Oh, shit, okay.
Wait a minute. Wait, Kevin.
Do it, Eric. Please.
Oh,
Do
no.
it for
My
the
phone,
world.
my phone is 1%, though.
Aw.
And my parents are sleeping. Wait, guys, wait, everyone. Kevin.
Yeah.
Insert Santa here.
Oh, then play the video. And then it'll just end, I guess.
Yeah.
By the way, we're filming this on November 26th, so let's see how long this video takes, Kevin.
That's going to take a while.
Yeah.